Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Comic Wrap Up, soon potentially to be rebranded. But stay tuned, stay tuned. We may have to change the name in a little while, but we'll get y'all's consensus on it. But before we do, let's just give a warm welcome to everyone on the panel. We made it, boys. We made it back from Dallas Fan Expo. We survived. Let's go. We are back. And we made it. And we came back with a little less money in our pockets, but a little more full of our long boxes. And we're going to show you guys exactly what we came back with from the convention, because we've got some really fun stories to tell, plenty of shenanigans that we got involved in. But how's everyone's week been since we got back? It's been a whirlwind for me, and I'm sure everyone else. Like we kind of finished the day on Sunday or Monday, and then just went right back into work. So I'm sure everyone's kind of like a zombie right now. But how's it been being back?
I like the weekend better.
Yeah,
let's go back.
Yeah,
it's been busy.
Are you wishing that you had Whataburger, Kyle?
Yeah, let me tell you. Thank God, that was the highlight of my fucking trip. Let me tell you. Woo!
Or Whataburger.
Yeah, the most mediocre burger you've ever had, eh?
Can't wait to go back just for that.
I mean, I would go back if we get to see Sad Max and Praying Max again. But
oh my lord, those still are some of the funniest pictures, which we will show off here tonight. So that'll be fun. But yeah, no, it was such a pleasure to actually see these guys in person, to actually hang out with them like in real life, and just get to do like fun, stupid stuff like watch Seinfeld or eat breakfast at a diner, or go back issue diving, just like stuff that we'd normally do. And it was just awesome. It seriously is like totally different being with these guys in person. It feels like just seeing long lost brothers. So it's good to see these guys, and it's weird to have them in these little boxes now, though. But that's all right. We'll see them. I'll see them in another year.
Well, or you may see me sooner. We'll see. I may be out there next month.
If we do San Diego, that might be a realization. So, but before we get into the comics that we bought and some general housekeeping of some news that has been going on, I do have to say hello to the chat, because you guys have missed us actually we did a brief stream while we were still in Dallas, but I haven't gotten to properly say hi to you guys. So MG, what's going on, brother? He was first in the chat 6 hours ago, so welcome. Risk It for a Biscuit, who we actually got to meet in Dallas. What up? So good to see you.
Yes, give me a step stool.
So yeah, we do need to get Josh a step stool. He is 5'2 3/5. Sorry, excuse me. With shoes.
In Timberlands, 5'5".
Yeah.
Ooh, you just got to paint the Timberlands black, and they look like dress shoes. So, Riskit says finally took some time to look through Unholy Nightmare under some lights. The artistry and color schemes are excellent.
Outstanding. Love to hear that.
Glad to hear it, Riskit. Yeah, brother. Thank you. We will be showing off some Unholy Nightmare stuff later in the stream. So, Jack says, good to know Drew's a fan of classic TZ, one of the best things to ever air on television. So,
absolutely. 100%.
I agree. I think Twilight Zone is maybe the best TV show, one of the best TV shows of all time.
Yes, for me, that and Mad Men are two of the greatest shows of all time ever aired on TV.
Kyle, your face does not look pleased with that statement.
You fail to forget the later seasons of Twilight Zone, where
we're not talking about the 80s. No, we're talking the original.
No, we are. He's talking about Twilight. He said Twilight Zone.
The original Twilight Zone.
No, yes, we're talking the original Rod Serling Twilight Zone, not 1980s.
You said Twilight Zone. Sorry, so you mean
we're not talking the
Jordan?
We're not talking the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone.
The racist Jordan Peele Twilight Zone show that aired.
Twilight Zone. You got to include it in there. Sorry.
Wow. All right. So then, does Rings of Power count as Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In that case, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bold take. That's a hot take.
Why is it bold? It's in the universe of Lord of the Rings. It has to count.
We've got MG. He says, what it is, and let me be clear, I told Riley to pull up. Oh, no. And when he did, I took exception to that and had the police arrest him. One detractor down. Y'all next. It is. Damn. We were so crazy, funny, wild story. We were there when that happened. We were outside in the patio, just talking, having a beer.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he's an idiot. Okay. We were actually there. We were watching what was happening. He's an idiot. He should never have been there. But
yeah. I got it on my phone, the whole thing. It's right there in front of me. It's like, oh crap. How about that?
Yep. We've got Michael Sala. What's happening, brother? And yes, we will be going over this in just a moment. RIP Mike Clobby Alonso, one of the best dudes here on YouTube and in comics. So we've got Bravo Dave. Thanks for being here as well. Dominic Mason, who loved the Transformers issue. Great to see you, Dominic. Thanks, brother. Cried a little during Transformers. Oof, that was tough. That was tough.
It was
watch.
rough. It's been vicious. DWJ's not holding back.
Not at all, man. He's treating us like adults. It's crazy. Mark McGrath, who's down with the MVP? You know me, brother. Thank you for being here. We've also got Virtue Comics. Hello there. We've got Steph from My Nerdy Home, the best Steph in the chat. She goes, "Hi, boys." Wait, Josh, maybe you might be able to.
City boys.
There we go. Much better. Oh, I miss it already. Zax, what's happening, brother? Thank you for being here, man. We've also got the Woad Warrior. Haven't seen you in a while, man, but he says, "Hail, Max. I picked up the Amory Wars graphic novels. Yes, on a recent trip. Excited to read them. One Among the Fence. Let's go, dude. The Amory Wars are excellent, and they are back. So if you guys are hitting up your local comic shop, the Amory Wars No World for Tomorrow is the next thing on the shelves. So you guys should check out that series. It's amazing. Let's see. So, and we've also got the amazing, the famous, the one and only Joe Corallo. He says, "I can't watch the stream, but I'll check it out later. Drinking with people after Heroes Con day one." Well, Joe, thank you for being here. Not a problem. Hopefully you get to watch later and have a great time at Heroes Con. That sounds amazing. So thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And we also have Rudy Tag. Thank you, brother, and Fiend Machine. Great to see you guys. Thank you, chat, for being here. So, like I said, we've got some stuff to cover just real quick. I do want to mention this before we get started with the stories and the show and tell. Clobberin Times, who is a well-known YouTuber here, who has, oh my gosh, almost 1,000 videos, tons of live streams, incredible, short and long form videos. This guy has been an incredible voice within the comic book community. Unfortunately, he just passed. And so I had the honor of being actually on a live stream with him about 2 years ago. And one of the most influential dudes on this platform, and incredibly knowledgeable as well. And just a kind person. And ironically, the story that we actually went over on the live stream was Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, with the classic, panel of he looked as if he'd been crying. So extremely emotional week for comics, because not only did we lose my good friend Clobby, but we also lost a major icon within comic books, comic historian. Though I didn't know him, 3 million subscribers for comic books. It's pretty unheard of. So I am praying for his family, and we hope that the legacy that he created on this channel can inspire others to do something similar. So hail to the victorious dead, as King Theoden would say in Lord of the Rings. Comic historian and Clobby, we'll see you guys in Valhalla. But big influences on a lot of different people. So we hope that hope we get to see them in heaven. So it's weird. We've been losing a lot of people, man. a lot of people within comics recently. So it started kind of with Ed Piskor and at the like the beginning of the year, like 2 months ago, and since
Yeah,
then,
about that.
geez.
Watch those sub numbers go up, boys. You got them.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck, it was too soon. Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
too soon. That's okay. We can count on Kyle to
Never
break
mind.
the silence. It's all good.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, right before we got started, you guys haven't seen this yet, but Daniel Warren Johnson is coming out with a new book, so I figured I would share this video with y'all. It's only like a minute long, but it's a preview to his newest comic that he's going to be doing with old Beanhead himself, Riley Rossmo.
Oh
So,
God.
the Riley Rossmo from our favorite Robin series. So,
Oh God.
I'm not really sure how to feel about this, but I don't know if this is copyrighted music or not, so I'm just going to kind of fast forward a little bit. You'll notice a theme here. I'm not going to say what it is, but you guys will notice a theme here pretty soon. So yeah. So that's kind of the gist of it. Here's another cover for the book. I don't know. What do you guys think? First impressions?
I would like it better if it weren't Riley Rossmo.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I get some people like him. Just his faces, and it looks like he didn't go as hard into like his style with this as he can. But it's still, his faces drive me crazy. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like it could be a decent story. I mean, like it looks like there's going to be emphasis on parents, and I welcome that and narratives and storytelling today, especially if they're good parents.
Right.
Not perfect, they can be flawed, but if you show good parental figures and show that relationship of kid and father, daughter, mother, son, whatever it might be, you could have a good story there. But yeah, Riley's an automatic no for me.
Yeah, I think he may turn a lot of people, because I think a lot of people are going to come for the Daniel Warren Johnson, and then they're going to look at the interiors and go, oh wait, he's writing. So I don't know. Kyle, what do you think about what we just saw?
It's an odd choice to go with. I mean, he's a guy that's he's so hot right now. He's like Hansel. He could have anybody. And it's like, you choose this piece of shit? Like, it's just like what do you do? Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, what do you benefit from this? I don't know. But the music in that trailer was bad. But that aside, I don't know. Is this who's Image? Who's publishing this?
I believe this is Image. It's probably the only way that these guys can do a self-made comic through Image and not have interference from editorial potentially. It's here's another page from his like Substack, and then here's hold on. Here's another page.
I'm getting big Barda vibes from her.
Yeah, not only am I getting big Barda vibes, I'm getting like Ray vibes. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like Oh, sorry.
That sad look of the dad right there with her looking annoyed by him. I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing quite a bit of that look throughout the book.
Like he's all scared and like he just seems wimpy.
Yeah.
Wimpy.
Save me.
And like even here, like if the story was truly, Josh, like you were saying, like this is a story about a family caring about their daughter, and like the husband and wife are like working together to like get their daughter back from this like, extraterrestrial world or something. Like this is a beautiful image. This looks like a Daniel Warren Johnson image of the two parents, right? But it looks like it's going to be, girl boss, like slay queen, the whole gatekeep gaslight girl boss. And I'm just like, are we really? And granted, Daniel Warren Johnson, all his stories are women. Like Do a Powerbomb was centered around a female protagonist. Extremity, female protagonist. What was the other one that he did? What, the Wonder Woman Dead Earth. So like he mainly focuses on females, which is fine if they're written well. But like, again, she's going to be the kind of key to everything type of deal. She's glowing and the dad is like, oh, she's a god, like I'm getting real Ray vibes here. And I'm not feeling it.
I don't think she was glowing. I think they were walking through a portal, but
oh, is that?
But I mean, look, so that one panel in particular gives me some hope. Like the fact that he's carrying her, because if you're gonna have a typical girl boss story, you're not gonna have the dude carrying the chick. Like
maybe, yeah.
So, well, I mean, look, I'm willing to give Daniel Warren Johnson the benefit of the doubt for the narrative because he hasn't really given me a reason not to.
This is true. Yeah.
My problem goes just right back to Riley Rossmo.
Yep.
Yeah. The art.
I think the dad's dead meat. I think he's a red coat in this. I think he's gonna be dead. He's gonna be dead probably about halfway, 3/4 of the way through.
Oh boy.
Do you know how many issues it is? Is it 6, 12, 70? Like
42.
70.
Yeah.
The key to everything. 42. That is a good question. Let me check here because I think they may have said he on his Substack he said the title came from my daughter Fiona during a walk a few years back. We were walking to the park one evening. She saw the moon in the sky. Look, Dad, the moon. We were swinging on the swings when she saw the moon once more. Dad, it's the moon again. And it was during our walk home that she looked up and exclaimed, Dad, the moon is following us. And that title and the vibe was born. This book is incredibly personal for Riley and myself. It's a comic about family and about parenthood, but it also has sweet snake monsters. Here's a few black and white preview pages to show how sweet this book is going to be.
Okay.
There's black and white. Needless to say, we both bring everything we got. I am writing it. We're also splitting interior art duties with Riley taking about 85%. 85%. It's a super collab and haven't seen different art styles. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say anything about print run or issue run. So
that's gonna clash really bad. Their art styles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because oh my god, yeah, like look at this. So this is Danny Warren Johnson doing the same characters. Like that looks amazing. That looks so cool.
Doesn't even look like the same guy.
Yeah.
No.
Like
he actually looks like he's got some like ounce of testosterone there.
Yeah, right. He looks heroic and masculine, not bean-headed.
I think Megan Fitzmartin's rubbed too much off of Riley Rossmo, unfortunately.
Maybe. Yeah, and the wife looks heroic too. She looks amazing. Got a great figure, and yeah, they look cool. Like here, I'd read this story. It's like all right.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, man, I don't know.
Damn. Well, I'll read the first issue.
And that's the thing. We got to give him a shot because he hasn't let us down yet. And like you said, we got to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's produced really good stuff. So, All right. Well, Drew, what do you think? You're going to read this one?
I mean, like what Josh said, Riley Rossmo, that's the main factor right there. It's like I can't do it. for him.
Yeah.
I can't, because
Yeah.
he's such an alienating artist, and I do not like his current style that he's doing, and I don't want to subject my eyes to this.
That's fair. I understand. I think now I will say it does look better than Robin though. The interiors look better than Robin, which is not a high
Yeah,
bar.
that's why I meant, like, he's got his style, and he started leaning into it super heavy at DC, and it looks
Yeah.
like he's pulled back a little bit. Like, the
Mhm.
bodies aren't all so deformed, and like
Well,
Twinkle
15%
toes.
anyway.
Yeah.
That's 15% of it. Yeah.
so.
I like
But-
15% of this book.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least the characters, when they walk, it doesn't look like they're gonna have like a like sound
Yeah.
effect
Ding, ding, ding,
like in old school.
ding.
Yeah. when caracters used to tiptoe in cartoons.
Yeah. We've got Cajun Corey, member for 23 months. One more month, my man, and you'll be at 2 years. That is crazy. Thank you so much for your support, Cajun. It was great seeing you in Dallas, brother. He says, Dallas was a blast. Can't wait for next year. Someone get Kyle drunk so he can understand my comments tonight. I know, right? Hey, I understood that, though.
Hey, I got that.
I got that. I understood that reference. Maybe... Josh, you actually, like, you understand him. Can you do his accent reading this comment?
Not off the top. No, not immediately.
No.
I'd have to like work on it to get it. I can understand a Cajun accent. I can't really do it. So
that was bad.
you know.
Can't wait for next year. Someone get Kyle drunk so you can understand my comment tonight.
You got to do it just a little bit lower. A little bit lower.
You have to be away from the microphone.
Have a low voice. Corey's
Go to the other
tone.
room. Go into the other room. Close the door. And talk. Be like, all right, now I got you.
The best was Kyle was like, it's not even the fucking accent. I mean, it's the accent, but it's the volume too.
Speak up, eh? Oh man, no, we love you, Corey. It was so fun to see you, man. It was great to catch up with you, and I'm glad we got to hang out this weekend. It was always a pleasure, man. So, but yeah, it's always fun. I always feel bad because I'm just like, what? Huh? Say again. Speak up. And the final thing that we have to kind of talk about in terms of, I guess, like news or / like kind of just some topics before we get into the main event. Yara coming in hot on the 7 Seas. Look at what it is. Looky here. It is it's the official, from what I can tell, it's the entire Yaira book. So at some point, maybe next week, chat, you'll have to let us know. Do you want us to give this our honest review? Well, I mean, all our reviews are honest, but
can we just look at the text on that first page? Can we just? I just want to, like, yeah. Did a competent person write this, or?
Well,
I think I saw Aaron Sparrow as editor on there. Oh, didn't it say Aaron Sparrow? I think
Aaron
it
wrote
did.
this. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, let's read this first part. See if it's got anything here. So, after being told to go away and never return, the except known only as Yaira has reappeared. After being, like, exiled, right?
Yeah, told to go away.
Go away.
Yep.
After being told to go away and never return, the except known only as Yaira has reappeared, but this time in Flores Park. Ooh, we know where Flores Park is, or do we?
We do.
Yeah.
It's in
Tejas.
Tejas.
Tejas, yeah.
Tejas.
Oh no, here we go. Who she is and what she wants is veiled in mystery. Yeah, most like everything else.
Shocking. Heaven forbid you fucking tell us anything.
After clashing with Avery and dropping him from a height that would kill a normal man, Yaira must now escape the Alpha Core. All right. Oh my gosh! It's the scene. It's the live action scene.
Yeah.
Don't follow me. Because remember, that's the Sasuke sister, and she goes, "Solaris, help us!" Or yeah, save us.
Why would he say Avery and not Isom?
Wait.
Right.
Yeah, is that car a different color than it is in the I Saw Him comic?
Yeah, I think he crashed on like a red car. I
Bet
thought it was,
dollars to donuts, it
No.
doesn't even match.
give me a
No, I'm pretty sure it was yellow. That can't be.
no, I think it was red. Hold on a second.
They have an art director. He's gotta see this stuff. It was for sure
Adorable.
yellow. It was yellow.
You assume there's continuity.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Why
Okay.
not?
I got my ice number 1 right here. I'm taking a look.
Yeah, let's see. Here's the explanation, or here's the summary. It says, "Whom or what is Yaira?" That's a great question. That sounds like
Yeah.
Doki Man. Sounds like Dookie Man.
It'd be funny if
This-
is a Yaira. Whom or
Is-
what is a Yaira?
Is a Yaira. Is the Yaira.
Yeah.
To the citizens of Flores Park, the Alpha Corps, who protect them from, or the Alpha Corps.
Damn it. It is yellow.
Okay,
Yeah, see?
we must have just been thinking. Oh, I may have been thinking of the trailer. I apologize.
That's okay.
Carry on.
Hey,
Carry on.
You just don't understand the brilliance of what they're doing here. It's all right.
No, that's what he would say if they were different colors.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Well, I mean, Isom's belt does change color. So
That's true. We don't know why.
We don't know why.
That's
We
true,
don't know why,
Kyle.
though.
That's true.
that's
Mhm.
true. The Alpha Corps who protect them from Except-related threats, Yaira is nothing less than a powerful force of nature, unlike anything else they've ever encountered. In the recent aftermath of a brutal battle that ended in stalemate, Alpha Corps Commander Brian Solari told Yaira to vacate Flores Park and warned her to never return. But Yaira plays by no rules but her own, and now she's back. What does this frosty force want in sunny Flores Park? And what motivated her return? Yaira's origins go back farther than anyone can possibly imagine or believe, and sometimes the cost of a primeval past is the haunting of one's present. Okay. I mean, it reads a little bit better. I'm wondering who wrote this one, though.
Not Eric July.
I guess not.
Literally anybody else.
When you wield such immeasurable power, your choices can have drastic and long-lasting consequences. What happens when Yaira's past catches up with her and those in her orbit are in her orbit?
Is she a planet? She's a
I was like,
planet.
wait a second.
All right.
Are unwittingly forced to pay the price for her actions. Read Yaira number 1 by Jen and Sylvia Soska and find the answers to these and other questions about the mysterious Yaira.
That won't get answered.
I was about to say they
because
better actually answer that, but
they won't.
Yaira.
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 Bravo says haters, detractors. I know, right?
That's all we are.
MG coming in for 6 months. Dude, thank you so much for the 6-month membership. He says, I didn't get to go to any fancy Dallas Comic-Con because I live on an island in Canada, but I get my G.I. Joe OA, and Super X Snake Eyes suit this
What
week.
a freaking duh.
Damn. G.I. Joe OA? What is it, Chris
Fuck.
Mooneyham? It's Chris Mooneyham,
Oh,
isn't it?
please tell me it's the Aubrey Citizen Scarlet Strike Force. We see like
Ooh.
the shotgun expert.
Oh boy.
Yeah, female Samoan.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no. Who told her to go away and why should I care?
Mhm.
But oh well. Nadia's shrimping in the chat. Hello, Nadia. Good to see you. Issue 305, page 1. Nice. So that is Mooneyham, I believe.
Very
Or-
nice.
Mm.
I think. I don't know. What's happening, Harley? Great to see you, brother. Thank you for being here as well. Semper Fidelio. All right. We'll stop sharing that bad boy. All right. So the time has come. We went to Dallas Fan Expo and had a blast. We got to spend 3 days with each other in a beautiful Airbnb, which was thanks to our good friend Josh here, who got that all situated. So who wants to go first with their show and tell? Drew, do you have the most or the least?
I've got the most, so I'll go last.
The most. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got the least probably.
Okay.
Because
Josh,
I didn't
you
make it.
wanna...
Yeah. I didn't make a point, or I didn't get a chance to really go through and pull comics. So most of what I got were comics of me. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair, Lone Star. We did pick a group of friends that are like extremely tall, so that's fair.
Yeah. Each one of these hoes in this panel right here, they're like 6'2". So my like 5'7" without shoes, 5'8" with shoes looks like a midget. It's my mom's fault. She's 4'10".
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. So no, a lot of what I did was kind of back issue in. I call it dumpster diving, and I say that with love. But this is some of what I got.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And chunks of it aren't necessarily like key issues. Wasn't looking for hot stuff. A lot of it was me trying to fill out runs. And there's 2 character runs that I'm working on. One, Helen Bertinelli Huntress. Just I would like to have that for my own personal taste. And then Spectre. And Spectre was nearly impossible to find. I did find a few from Ostrander's run.
So did you?
Up. Yeah, just 3 things. So
okay.
Got
Dude,
number 7.
We could.
Yeah.
Number 29.
Number 29. Number 38.
Hell yeah.
There was one booth that had Spectre number 22, and that's the cover that has Superman on it.
Oh, the first Alex Ross. Yeah.
Yeah. He was wanting $30 for it, and it was not in a bag. It wasn't bagged and boarded.
What?
And the spine was ripped. Like ripped. Yeah.
You wanted $30 for a comic that's barely a 3 or a 4 graded? Barely a 3. No,
it wouldn't even be a 3. Like when I say the spine was ripped, the spine was ripped. It was like a vagina. It could talk to you. It was about like that much of it.
This guy's smoking crack. So, that's all I got to say.
Wow. Well, we will definitely have our talk about crazy comics because he's another one that didn't have anything bagged or boarded. So,
picked up a few just key issues of Birds of Prey. I mean, a good chunk of my run's Birds of Prey, again, for the Helen aspect. Got some key issues. The biggest one is probably going to be this one here.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
We love that.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
We love that cover. So, but yeah, other than that, the only thing that I have coming that really would have been worth show and tell would have been my commission, which I don't have.
Oh, I thought you were going to show it off. Dang. Well, do you want to explain it, or do you want to at least describe it for us?
Yeah, so I'll say this. I originally went into the weekend wanting to get a commission from Frank Cho, and that was my goal. That's what I was shooting for. And when I found his booth and saw that he was charging $1,500 for a sketch, that was a automatic no.
And a sketch is like you saw a couple of them.
I saw
they were not.
I saw I saw a sketch that he did of Nightcrawler during Dallas Fan Expo. And if you're gonna get Frank Cho original art, like you got to do a female. I mean, it's the law.
Yep.
I don't know. Like get those thighs. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Yes. Get those thighs. Get those curves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked fine. It wasn't great. You couldn't tell it was Frank Cho. So for me, I just didn't see the point. And the fact that dude would have paid $1,500 for that, I just felt bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a Frank Cho sketch ain't one. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when you do Frank Cho, you got to go hips and nips, baby, all day long. So,
that's right.
Hips and nips. So sorry. Yeah. Continue.
For perspective, the commission I paid for is actually Ariel Diaz, who's done a number of Born Blood covers. She draws really sexy, great women, and it's going to be 11 by 17 and fully colored and full body. Yeah. And I'm having her do Faith from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel because that is one of my favorite characters as well. And that's a hard character to get someone to do a commission of, because if you don't have someone that can do really good facial structure and good details, you could easily mistake that just for a female person. Because there's not like she's not in a costume really, she's just in normal clothes. Like she has some distinct stylings, but you want someone that can actually pull out who that character is. And I was like, all right, we'll get this with some color. I think Ariel Diaz can deliver this, and yeah, crossing my fingers that it comes in and looks bomb AF. So when I get it, you guys will be the first to see it. But
Please, yes, because we
Mm.
want to showcase it here on the show. So,
Yeah.
Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division, dude, thank you so much for being here. He says, "Be well, all of you. I have a miniature pile of shame I want to look at. Maybe slap some paint on some new figures. Hell yeah, have fun, man." He says, "Do you to your 100% smash the like button." Thank you, Bruce. Have a great night, dude. Appreciate you being here. Jack says I think he might price himself to the point of not having to do sketches. I wonder.
Yeah,
if
Yep.
that's the case.
yeah. There's a lot of people who do
Yeah.
that. Frank Miller's one of them. He's one of them. They'll charge so much, but it's like they'll pay it. All right.
Yeah.
I am going to showcase some of Ariel Diaz's stuff because, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you're getting like this full body 11 by 17 colored, like,
Yep.
dude, this is gonna look absolutely beautiful. Like this stuff is just killer. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm sharing my tab and not my screen. Here we go. Now we're talking. But yeah, this is her. This is just some of her work. Hey, there's Catfight, Drew.
Yeah.
Look at
There's
that. Yeah, but she does ladies better than anyone else. I'd say Frank Cho is the king, right? But when we're talking the next best in comics right now, she is absolutely crushing it. Her ladies just look unreal, man. So yeah, I mean, come on.
Mm.
That and 11 by 17 colored, and it was less than Frank Cho's sketch. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. When it looks like this, come on. Yeah, Power Girl,
spot
Wonder
on.
Woman. She does it right. She does it right.
Yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
said before, I've said this many a time. Her faces are probably the best in comics right now. She's got
I'll
the,
say
the best
her
faces.
female figures, they're pretty much where Art Germ was about 10 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, Art Germ hasn't really done a lot of stuff that's wowed me, but Ariel produces.
He doesn't have to. He's got an art studio. He's got a bunch
yeah.
of people he's
Mhm.
training and teaching. They're kind of like his successors. And
Yeah,
he doesn't need to. Doesn't want to, I think.
Yeah, her stuff has always kind of remind me of Andy or the Art Germ stuff. Is it Andy?
Stanley.
Stanley.
Hmm.
Stanley.
Mhm.
Yeah, Stanley Lau, right?
Wow.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Her stuff has always kind of reminded me of that, and that's part of the reason I got it. I don't think she's hit her peak in terms of like popularity, but I think she could. It does look like hit deadlines might be a certain thing she can work on, but
Mm.
Uh,
Oopsie.
just saying.
Yep. Just saying.
Just saying.
Speaking of Spectre, though, Josh, because we were not able to find any. Well, you were able to find 3 issues, but like we searched everywhere and could not find them. Jack, if you do see Ryan before I do, see if he can hold some of that Spectre run, because I want that the first like 6 issues. Those first 2 covers are just absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, if he's got a Spectre run, Jack, if you see Ryan, let him know. I'm looking.
Or if he has the John Ostrander trades, if he has to trade paperbacks, those are very, very hard to find, and they're not
Oh,
cheap.
really?
Yeah,
okay.
those are impossible. And then even the trades, they didn't finish the run-in trades. So
Damn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Rudy is saying that if you need any, Josh, he might have some dupes. So
yeah, Rudy, if you're on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, just shoot me a message and I'll DM you what I'm looking for.
nice. Cool. Thanks, Rudy. I appreciate that.
Same.
Well, sweet. Yeah. Hopefully we get to see that sweet Ariel Diaz art next time, Josh. But thanks for showing off some of the books you got. Kyle, you wanna take over, and I'll go third, and Drew will finish us off.
Sure.
He'll give us a nice happy ending.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Hopefully.
happy ending.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with the stuff I picked up from Crazy Comics. What's his fucking name? That old fuck.
Okay, we need to.
Hold on, let me look at the price guide to see if I can figure out his name real quick.
Oh my,
Yeah.
we need to preface here real quick. We're, how did we find him? We were just walking down the aisles, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
You stopped because you
Yeah.
saw the 94 Huntress collection, that 4 issue
right.
series, and you're like,
That's
Yoda,
right.
you have this, and I was like, yeah.
and I was like, "Is this any good? Do you have this?" And you were like, "Yep, I got it." And then we
It's
saw
awful.
Vengeance of Bane,
Yep.
Graham Nolan, Chuck Dixon,
Mhm.
and I was like, "How much?" He said 100. I was like, you know, it's a little much. So,
But for the Vengeance of Bane, I don't know about that. Is it a first?
It wasn't
print?
in good shape.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
Well, nothing was in good shape. Well, it was, but it
Well,
was just
the stuff you wouldn't think would be in good shape actually was.
yeah, which
It
is
made no
wild.
fucking sense. But
So, but yeah, we'll show a video later. I pulled all the comics out of their bags and boards, and I was like, I'm surprised these things aren't just torn to shreds. So,
yeah,
but yeah, to preface, we found this guy, Crazy Comics with K's, and I mean, you could just smell the old comic shop smell emanating from the booth. And so we're looking through these short boxes that he's got, and we're thinking maybe he's just got some trash. Bro, we were finding key after key after key after key after key,
yeah.
unbagged, unboarded. Some of them were just hanging out. Like he had all 4 of the Frank Miller issue 1 through 4 of the Frank Miller Wolverine series
What?
just laying there.
Mhm.
Just in, like, I was shuffling through, and like behind a X Factor book, he just had all the 4 issues, and I'm like, what are we doing here? So Kyle and I were just pulling books because we were just like, how much do you want for this? And he was giving stupid prices, but
Of
anyway,
course,
Kyle,
nothing was priced except the shit he had on his table, to which he knew he could overcharge for. So it was like,
yes.
all right, I'll price this stuff to get people here,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to price anything else. And so
No.
then he's one of those that has the glasses, and when he looks, he's like, how much is that? He'll do the old
He would. He
Do the Kentucky windage. Right.
He literally did.
He's like putting it under the light. He's like, oh
Yeah.
well, yeah.
That's a 40
Hey.
bucker. I'm like, what?
He even pulled this a few times.
Oh, he'd like pull it out, yeah. Flip through it a little bit. Now, do you think that was performative?
Some of it, yeah.
Or do you think
to
he
a degree,
actually knew?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
some of it was performative. I think some of it was like, oh shit, is this something I can charge a shit ton for?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's in there? Damn, I forgot about that. He knew he had enough of those. Oh shit, I may have a key in here, so I'm not going to price anything.
Right.
Yeah.
He just did not take the time to actually look at what he brought to the convention to
Right.
price it accurately or effectively, because we come in there and we know the prices for a lot of these books. So we're going to know the keys. We're going to know what this is roughly at. Speaking of which, he wanted $400 for the Wolverine issue series 1 through 4. And
What?
I just
Yeah.
$400. Like
unbagged and unboarded, just hanging out.
unbagged, unboarded,
Fuck
in the
him.
middle
Oh
of a
my
short
God.
box somewhere. Just, he was coming up with prices just out of his ass. He was like, yeah, 4 issues, $400. I was like, dude, no, absolutely not. So yeah,
Please tell me Kyle was
sorry.
laughing in his face. Please tell me Kyle was laughing.
Oh, I was shooting these guys like looks like
Looks.
this
He was
fucking
doing
guy.
what he was
like, come on.
come
Like,
on.
this fucking guy. I mean,
Yeah, because he didn't pull the Max was the first one to pull a few books and hand it to him. I was like, hey, can you let me know about how much you'd charge for these? And he kind of looked through them and gave prices. He didn't pull out the price book. So Kyle had his stack. He's like, hey, bud, can you total me out real quick? And he goes, yeah. And he I can't remember what you had on top, but it was something obscure. And he just went, set the stack down, walked around the corner, grabbed the book, came back around, and was like, thumbing through it. And I was like, oh God, here we go.
I was just like, this piece of shit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go. He's everything you don't want in a comic book shop owner. Like, he is that quintessential comic book shop owner that would drive you away if you go in there and you just ask, like, hey, I'm trying to find something, or hey, I want to read. Like, where would I start to read? He would just be like, all right, you really don't want to go. It's like, you know what, dude? Fine, fuck off. Like, I want nothing to do with you. Oh,
So
we got vid. Okay.
You have this?
yeah, we've just got some footage while you're talking, but I'll just play some of this in the background. So yeah, he's one of these guys who just like, yeah, you're not you like guys like us wouldn't get taken advantage of him, but you know that he's obviously gonna probably say something like you get a normie in there and they're gonna go, oh, a Batman book, how much? And he's like $100, and they're just like, oh, sure, oh, it's a cool
Oh, I
book,
guess
right?
so,
It's a
yeah.
yeah.
I saw
So
in
like,
Key Collector that's what it was worth, so I guess I have to pay it.
oh, Key Collector knows all.
Yeah, they know all. So no, I did find some books that I thought were appropriately priced, as in,
Yeah.
here's the amount of money I'm giving you, fucking take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And he took it.
Oh,
So
your initial what did he say? You were like, I forget how
'cause I
you
think
phrased it.
Well, didn't he total it out? He like Kyle's collection. He totaled out. He's like, yeah. So this will bring this to 120, and Kyle's like, so 100.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just hands him
oh, so
$100. He's like, so 100,
Yeah.
and he goes, yeah, I'll take that.
It's just, I love it. It's just so matter of fact. So 100. Like he couldn't even refute it. It was just, yep. All right. Okay. Fine.
Because
So-
here's the thing, Kyle's right. You know, you go to a lot of these conventions. If you give one of these guys just straight up cash,
Yeah.
they'll
Oh,
gladly
yeah.
take it. Yeah,
Well, when you show it, like when you have cash out in front of them, they're looking at it and they're like, oh, $100. I can't say no to that, right? It's like it's
Yeah.
in front of
yeah.
But if you make a deal with a credit card and you're like, how about just 100? And they're like, no,
No.
it's 120.
Well,
So,
Especially
and look,
that was what, day
go ahead.
2?
Yeah.
Sorry, was that day
Yeah.
2?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like it wasn't like it was Sunday, getting ready to close. You know, they're just trying to make a quick deal. You
Yeah,
can
they're just
easily
like-
make a deal like that pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Sunday's the day that
sometimes-
you can really make deals, though.
Yeah.
yes,
Because
yeah.
they're looking at how much can I unload before we leave, so I don't have to bring as much shit back. But
Yep.
Drew mentioned it on Tuesday, especially when you have cash at these conventions, they're way more likely to go like bargain with you because oh, did we sell that or not? Like I don't know. I guess, gosh, maybe we shouldn't add that to our sales for tax purposes because I maybe we lost it. I don't know what happened to it.
No, yeah.
Yep.
Gosh, that's
Yeah.
shameful.
Oh, that's
Man.
I don't know
that's a
where this
shame.
extra $800 came from in my pocket, but
So I
praise the Lord.
won't show off all my books yet, but I am gonna show just for the sake of
time out.
what we're
Time out.
what we're-
Go back to the book you were looking for.
Hang on a second. I just want to show what these books were in. All right.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the condition that they were in. These are the bags and boards, quote unquote. Only some of them had these, and they were
Yeah.
like just beat to hell, yellowed and just garbage. So like this, this was essentially what we were looking at. But this was the book that Kyle, or sorry, no, not this one. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Oh, there we go.
Yep, right. Yep.
There it is.
There
So
it is.
Max, the morning we were gonna like dig through the back issue bins. Max was like, if anyone can just look for this is the cover that I want. Like above anything else, this is the book and the cover that I really want to get.
Yeah.
Yada yada
Same
yada.
style.
Kyle walks up to the fucking box and goes like 3 flips in, and he just grabs it and he's like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
Like so nonchalant, and then giggles because he's got the luck of I don't know what, but
it's a
I'm
short
just
box
good.
transfer.
I'm
short
just
box-
good.
kid
I
is
can
good.
smell it.
The kid is good. You could smell
Get
it.
it.
I looked at him and I went, "You asshole!" And you go, "Oh, what? Oh, was this the issue that you wanted?" I was like, give me that."
yeah. And then he found like
But-
3 others right after that. I was like, what a
Yep.
I mean, but I don't even, Josh. I don't even think it was 3 issues. I think he literally just stuck his hand in a short box
Whoop.
and just
Yep.
pulled it out and was just like, "Oh yeah, this is the one you wanted, right?" I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yep.
"You asshole." So we were just dying laughing because, like you said, maybe 30 minutes beforehand, I was like, "Oh, by the way, guys, since we're like back issue hunting today, if you do see this one, let me know and I'll buy it from you or whatever." First place he goes to, he just, "Oh."
You're welcome.
Good for you. But yeah, but thank you for finding this one.
You're
So
welcome.
I genuinely have no idea how you did that, but
Because I'm good. And you didn't overpay for it. So that's even
that's true. It was what, like I think he charged 20 for it, I think,
yeah.
which
is
isn't
fair
bad.
for that
but
condition, yeah.
But then your smug ass just all weekend was like, the kid is good. What can I say? The kid's good. And I was just like, oh my God. Yeah.
That's all I needed. I was like, that's it for me. You've been good. And I
You've been
left.
good. That's it for me. Have
Yep.
a good night, everyone. But
Yeah, so
yeah,
I
it's a
picked
beautiful
up
issue though. Great
yeah, it
cover.
is. I picked up 4 books from him. I was going to get more, but I really didn't want to argue with that guy because I
No.
mean, some shit. It was just like, we're not even close to what this is actually worth and what I'm willing to pay for it. So I did pick up an X-Men Anal 14, the first true appearance of Gambit.
True appearance.
Yeah, first
Art
real-
Adams.
Yeah,
Art Adams cover. Wait, you didn't have him sign it, but he was there.
yeah. I wasn't going to stand in the line.
I don't think he had a
Crazy.
line, but yeah.
Oh, he had a
Crazy.
line. You picked it up, and I picked up one, the Fantastic Four 348.
Hey,
It's an
beautiful
awesome cover.
Another
Love it.
Art Adams, yeah.
Yep.
The new, all new, all
The
different.
new,
Fantastic
all new, all
Four.
different.
Yeah.
Craptastic Four. This one, just because I love the cover, it's a Bill Sienkiewicz, and it's a "What if Loki had found the hammer of Thor?"
Oh, that one was
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it's a bomb cover. Yeah.
I
That's
fucking
really
love it.
cool.
Say,
And that's
I think
the actual bag. It wasn't boarded
Yeah,
in the
no, it's the
in
actual
long
bag. There's
box.
no board in here. I haven't got
Yep.
a chance to change
Yep.
them out. That's how they work.
Damn.
All these books, just
Pathetic.
flopping around in there.
the other 2 great What If covers besides that were the What If Hulk went berserk, truly berserk, and What If Conan was in modern day. It just shows Conan holding a pistol on the cover.
yeah.
Straight.
Nice. Yeah.
And then the last one, this is what caused him to like have no idea what comics were and freak out and open up the price guide and consult the internet, and which I think he just figured out what it was.
Key collector. Yeah.
Yeah, this was Malibu Sun. Did I freeze? God fucking damn it.
Oh, right when he's about to
God.
show it. Gosh,
Fuck off.
dang it. Shoot. What? Wait, how is it that like we've done years of videos together and yet your video is now freezing?
I have no fucking clue.
That's so weird.
God,
It's your laptop, yeah, or no?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It's this Mac.
What if you
Mac.
stop your camera and then start it again?
Oh, trust me.
Oh,
Oh,
you've tried it. Okay.
It's
That thinks a
Chrome.
lot,
I don't know if
amateur.
it's Google Chrome. I don't know what it is, but it just stops.
well, figure your shit out if you're going to start doing a show and tell with us. Come on now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So which one of these shitty comics did you manage to haggle from this guy?
Malibu
out of
Sun
these-
number 10. It's an early appearance of
10.
Youngblood in here.
Ooh.
and the first appearance of Prophet. Am I?
It's an
correct?
early appearance. Yeah, it's one of those like, ooh, it's not, what's the first appearance? Who the fuck knows? But
Wow. So Golden Apple has it for $100, but you haggled them down to what?
25.
Hey, very nice. Very nice.
And I was terrified when he was looking it up. I was like, this piece of shit. He's going to go on Key Collector and see it's like an insane amount of money, which it's not. He's going to be like, oh, I say 150. But no, he said 25. I'm like, yep.
Oh, take that any day.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a cool book, man. It's a really cool book to own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got some cool art in there. The black and
Yeah.
white sketches that Rob did. Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that's dope. So that was a good find. And one that's like pretty it's rare. It's not like not a lot of people know about it or like kind of understand what it is. So I do think it's cool that you found it. So
Yeah, I've never seen one, especially out in the wild like that. So it was kind of cool just to look through a box and find it.
hell yeah, man. What else did you get? I thought you got some other stuff, no?
Well, I'd love to show it to you, but
Nice.
you're not going to see it.
Oh, come on. You can try the camera again, maybe.
Well, I have to completely just close out of Chrome and come back in.
Oh, well,
If
you're
you
more
want me
than
to do that.
You're more than
Notice he's
welcome to
not
try it
even
if you
gonna.
want.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Notice he's not gonna try to just turn the camera back on because God forbid I might be right.
Is my camera off? I'm completely frozen. All I see is my dumbass fucking fat face, completely just frozen. That's all I see.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a
I
shame.
can't see anything.
Yeah, your camera's off. Well, at least your avatar is working, but
It's completely I see nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you want, I can show off some of my stuff while you're kind of bouncing out and bouncing back in.
Sure.
All
I'll
right.
come out and come back in.
Okay. We love you. Bye. All right. Well, while he's gone and getting his shit together, I'll go ahead and show off some of my stuff. So why don't we? Because yeah, I think thanks to these guys, I think I picked up some cool stuff. So first and foremost, I'll show off just kind of some of the signatures that I got. So this was the David Finch cover to The Darkness. This is my very first book ever that I ever bought. As just a little kid. Sweet Finch cover and Finch interiors. And yeah, it was cool to talk to him. He basically was like, he opened the book up and he's like, man, thank you so much for bringing this by. He loved the fact that this was kind of a rare issue, not a rare issue, but it's just so unique. Like you don't think of The Darkness when you think of David Finch. So I brought this up to him and I basically was just like, can you tell me more about the issue? And he's like, yeah, I loved doing this because at Top Cow, he was working with guys like Mark Silvestri and, so he basically told me he missed being at Top Cow and in the offices because he would directly compete with like Silvestri, right? So it was just so cool. He was really grateful that I brought it up, and I was grateful that he took the time to actually talk a little bit more about it. So, and for him to actually like look through the book and talk about the illustrations was cool. Speaking of Mark Silvestri, this one is actually double signed Aphrodite 9 by Mark Silvestri and David Finch. So there you go. Beautiful looking women from the Silvestri and Finch dynamic duo. Once again, another beautiful cover from Andy Kubert. One of the coolest books in a while. And then, of course, the classic Gambit and Rogue cover. Got those signed. Rise of the Midnight Suns. And then just a regular Ghost Rider cover on the back that I got him signed as well. These are sweet. Like that looks like Jim Lee.
It does.
That seriously looks like Jim Lee. But here's Art Adams. Holiday special. Beautiful New Mutants. Had him sign that one too. Classic X-Men covers. Oh boy. So while I'm showing these off, the man, the myth, the legend, Stephen Platt gave us a freaking heart attack in the entire weekend.
Yeah.
So before I do that, though, if you want, Kyle, I'll let you take over so that you don't freeze again.
Oh, I appreciate it.
If you want to finish. So, yeah.
Oh, you want me to finish?
I know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Don't let, yeah.
All right. I'll go through these quick then. I know.
Nerves will get you every now and then.
Yep. No, it does. So I love this cover. I got Greg Land to sign Wolverine number 55, the Tales of Suspense, the homage cover. Apparently it was like the hottest book to fucking have him sign there because he's like, I've already signed like 10 of these already. And it's like, okay, cool.
Well, isn't that the hot book that you just bought for Blood Hunt?
Yeah.
That was like, it's now selling for like $2.
I don't, maybe
the one in 25 cover, right?
Yeah,
still
it's hot.
cover now. Should have listened to me. You could have got in. It could have been hot.
It's hot. Could have got in on the ground floor. It's hot.
Yep. And then, so I'll show these along with something else. But I got to meet the great Steve McNiven, and I got my Nemesis signed.
Nemesis
By Steve.
All four, eh? Nice.
All four. And then he just so happened to open up his art books because he got back from lunch or break, and he just happened to flip to a page that had a Nemesis rough sketch on there, an original art, and I'm like, I want that.
I want
So
it's mine.
Like, yeah, I'm like, that right there, it's mine. So he got it and signed it, personalized it to me. But I was like, dude, you're the best salesman. You flip right to the page and you just happen to put up a character that I love. So he's like, yeah,
and he spelled your name right.
And he spelled my name right because he listens. Unlike some asshole here, Mark Bagley, who signed this Venom Lethal Protector, but that's an old one. But then I got Sam De La Rosa to sign it, which he has one of the best signatures in the biz, for sure.
Wait, you got Sam De La Rosa to sign the bad Kyle Venom Lethal Protector book?
Yeah,
to the K-I-L-E?
I have a slab newsstand. Like, this is the only other one I had. This is like just some beater copy. But yeah, why wouldn't I have him? Why wouldn't I have him sign it?
Pretty sure that's K-I-C-E. Come on.
Oh, I guess it does look like Kais.
Or it could be, or it could be some other slur that I don't want to say on here. But I don't know if he assumed I was like good with money. I don't know, but
good at haggling. Yeah,
yeah, I am good at that. Yeah,
Mark Bagley's got canceled. Oh,
yeah.
No.
I didn't say it was gold.
Hey, I ussed him down to $20. How about
that? Yeah. Guys, we're gonna go nosh.
Oh boy.
And then so this brings us to the man that Max was just talking about. The guy that literally gave us heart attack because he was pretty much the only guy I was there for.
Yeah.
So I got some profits signed by Stephen Platt.
And you found those covers in the back issues, yeah?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, super cheap, couple bucks.
Yeah. Good pickups.
Like,
good pickups.
Yeah. Good pickups. And then I got my Agent America sign. That's double sign. I got the Liefeld.
There it is.
On there, and Stephen Platt also.
Yeah.
Nice guy. Got my Fighting American preview signed.
Nice.
Wow.
The interiors of that are absolutely freaking rad. They're so good. Yeah.
And now I got a Moon Knight signed.
Moon Knight.
While Max and I were in line, we were discussing the pricing in which Platt was offering certain commissions, and I felt both were overly priced. And
well, there's a large gap.
Just too big of a gap. Yeah. And the first price in which he offers remarks, it's like I don't think it's worth that, but I paid it anyway.
Do you want me to say how much I almost paid for mine?
Please.
So yeah, Platt was our main event. We wanted to be there for Platt because he's done incredible work, and we were excited to hopefully get commissions from him. He didn't show up Friday, so I don't know if it was because he just didn't get to the show or because he got to the show but they overbooked, so they told him to come back Saturday. I truly don't know, but we do know that it was confirmed that Dallas Fan Expo overbooked by 15 creators for Artist Alley. So he could have gotten there Friday, and then they just said, hey, come back tomorrow because we don't have a place for you. So I don't know, but he didn't show up Friday, and we were looking for him for about an hour or two until we just realized, you know what, we'll just try Saturday. Saturday we get there early, about an hour and a half early, so we can get in line first to get a commission.
Hold
please,
on.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't find him Friday, so we finally went to the exhibitor booth to find out where he's supposed to be. They told us.
Yes, yeah.
There was no space there for him because two tables are already butt up next to each other.
Like two and creators.
Yeah. And then like 2.5 to 3 hours later, we just happened to see the table where he was supposed to be at because it was an end cap, or where he was going to be. So we're like, okay, he's going to be here at least for tomorrow morning, and we're getting here early. We're going to take advantage of those exhibitor badges we got that we can get in before everyone else, and we're going to go straight to him.
Shout out to HH, our man Sigma Comics, for hooking us up. Dude, seriously, like that came in clutch. So thank you again, man. That was incredible. So, but sorry, Josh. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so that was the plan. So yours truly got up at 6 a.m. to cook the boys breakfast. We had
No,
some wonderful breakfast burritos. We won't talk about Sunday morning's breakfast. It was a disaster. But so shut up,
It
Kyle.
was so good. It was good.
it's so good. That gravy was
Gravy was great. All right.
And we showed up at the freaking convention at 8 a.m. and go straight to that table. And what's not there? Stephen Platt. And I don't mean the person wasn't there, but it was no longer Stephen Platt's table. It was some chintzy ass fuckers with these knickknacks that look like shit.
And not only cheesy, shitty knickknacks, Star Wars knickknacks. It was like shitty, stupid, dumb. Oh my god, it's Star Wars. It was like Disney Star Wars crap. And we were like, bro. It's like a complete juxtaposition from what Stephen Platt normally does, which is like testosterone-filled, masculine, whatever, dudes shooting each other. And then it was like Rey and Kylo Ren and whoever, Mon Mothma or what, I don't know. I don't know Star Wars, but so yeah, no, we got there. And the convention didn't open to VIP until 9:30. So that was VIP. The actual convention opened at I think 10 or 10:30.
Yeah.
So we got there early as crap. He didn't show up till about 11.
Mm-hmm.
And once we finally got there, once he finally sat down, we made the decision to get some artwork done by him. Kyle decided to get a remark. I signed up for an $800 commission that was going to be 9x12, not 11x17, 9x12, penciled and inked by him. So I was like, you know what? I may only get this one shot. I'm going to do it. It didn't happen. I didn't bring it home, but that's okay because I got something else in its place that was $20. So I saved my $800. Woo, yeah. But Kyle didn't. He spent a couple hundo. What do you think? Worth it?
No.
Oh wow.
No.
Chat. When you show chat, maybe chat won't. Maybe chat will disagree. Maybe they think this is worth it. I don't know.
I was gonna pull some other, like I have some stuff up here. You can't really see. I can probably pull it off the wall later. But like those are actual sketches done here that were less than what I paid for this fucking thing. And I just wanted to, if I had some context, if I could go real quick, I was going to. I lost track of time, but I was going to find all the remarks, sketch pieces, everything that I've had done over the years that were less than this. And I know it's Stephen Platt. I get it. He's a fucking name. He's a legend. He's the dude. He's the man. All right. I get that. That being said, when you charge $200 for something, it's still $200. I don't care who's doing it. So I went, and he wouldn't do them on blank covers.
That was the weird part.
I'll do a remark. No blanks.
And it said on his pamphlet, specifically no blank covers.
Yeah. And so I'm like, well, there goes what I wanted out the fucking window. And so I had to pivot quickly and be like, well, shit.
Make a split decision.
Thank God I had a Moon Knight book left to get signed.
I guess I'll just have him do this stupid ass Moon Knight.
Do a Prophet or Agent America?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. So I had him do Moon Knight, and which is what he's most famous for, probably, and what everyone loves. And so I was fourth on the list. You were third.
Yeah.
Two guys in front of you
who got full $800 commission,
full inked art, just like Max, the 800.
Yeah.
So he had all day Saturday night into Sunday morning, afternoon, and only got 2 done. And
Sunday afternoon, it's 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yep.
and he was like just about to start mine. Hadn't started. Well, hadn't started both of ours. 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday.
And I got a fucking remark. I'm
Yeah.
like, that should take 20 minutes. Like, you should be able to do that when you're just sitting in back grabbing a coffee or something.
Yeah.
But so it was Sunday night. We were getting ready to leave. I got a text from the handler saying, hey, he just got done with it. I'm like, you fucking better have. It's a remark. And so here it is. It's nice. I like it, but
it is pretty freaking cool, man. It's
cool, but
I do like
the
not,
dopest dope.
It is not $200 cool.
I do like it, but
here, hold on, let me take it out of here.
What are we thinking? Like 50, 100?
Well, here's the thing. Max. We need to know how much Adam Cooper is charging, because Adam does his in pretty much the very same style. When he does that, the color splatter in the back and the character in the front. So maybe he hit up the Cooperts and asked them what they're charging.
Adam or Andy?
Adam. I'm thinking he probably talked to Adam, see what he's charging.
Well, Adam was at the show, but I don't know if he was doing.
No,
Andy was.
Oh, sorry, Andy was at the show.
Yeah.
But it is cool. MG says that pricing is about right. Really? $200
MG,
for that?
you overpay for everything. What are you talking about?
Well, MG has unlimited money, so
yeah,
he'd be like,
it's easy when
you
have unlimited Canadian money.
You can unlimited Canadian pesos and poutine and maple syrup. Yeah.
Bravo says he'd only pay 50 for that. Yeah, it's about
that's about 50. Right. $75, 50, 75. It's like, all right, that's fair. Okay, cool.
Lone Star says 100.
100 max.
Yeah.
I said I would be comfortable paying $100 for that. That would be fine. And to put it into perspective, this was $100 from Steve McNiven.
Yes, and that is, I believe, one of the actual panels in the book.
It is. It's a rough.
It's a rough
from the
sketch
panel. From book one. Yeah.
Hey, what do you have that in a little top loader there?
Yeah,
that's a nice top loader.
Josh,
I'm glad that your original artwork was protected by that top loader.
Oh wait, you did, Max, right? You gave.
Oh, I thought you were being a smart ass when you're like, Josh.
No, somebody did. I was like, I think Max. Okay, maybe it was Max.
I was.
You're supposed to use it for something, right?
For something. I mean, I don't know if I'd put $800 worth of artwork in a $6 top loader, but I mean, it's it's something to protect it. So, but yeah, no. We did see what $800 would have gotten us.
No. And no.
I think 500, 400 to 500, I think would have been probably, because it's 9x12. So it's like, it's like kind of, it's like a piece of paper.
All I'm going to say is, as a comic book publisher myself and dealing with paying for cover art, it's amazing the amount of cover art I paid for that is cost less than that remark.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to show one off here in just a second after this. But yeah, then I also got the poster from Wizard.
Ooh,
that
see,
did.
This is cool, man.
Now, if he recreated this, if he redid this for you for $800, it's like, all right, I'll take that for $800.
Oh my god, could you imagine, man? Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
Yeah. So.
I did like his explanation of it, how he was talking about like how he designed it and everything. That was cool.
That was cool hearing him talk about it. Yeah, he was great. I mean, very personal. He was a nice guy. I talked to him about doing the Moon Knight stuff, and if it fucking pisses him off, and he's like, it used to. He said it bothered me at first when I first got back into it, but he's like, no, I'm starting to love it again. So I'm like, could have fooled me.
Yeah.
You're loving how much you're charging.
Yeah, right. I mean, I did really enjoy our conversation with him, and he was a really cool guy, extremely talented. But it was just one thing after another, right? Because like Friday, we were like, we can't find him anywhere. Saturday, we can't find him anywhere. By the time we actually got to him, it was way too late. We felt like we were being overcharged, so it was just a lot. So by the end of the weekend, we were just like, oh man, like I think we were just kind of tired, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I said, super cool guy, extremely talented, and we really loved getting to hear from him. But MG says, Max, you dodged a bullet. That price for a 9x12 is just not worth it. Yeah, I agree.
I just for
yeah.
perspective, and I get this was a couple of years ago, but this Freddie Williams, and they're just pencils,
Yeah.
but that was 300. And that's
No.
that's SDCC. Like his
Damn.
booth was substantially more than what it would have
Wow.
been. Yeah.
And that's Freddie freaking Williams, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Two
So that-
characters.
2 characters, full body,
Yeah.
action pose. And he let me
Wow.
choose what I wanted. So I, cross brands, did Midnighter and Huntress. I mean, Midnighter and Illyria. My bad. Midnighter and Illyria. And then last year, even for perspective,
Oh yeah.
Jay Lee did this for 350.
I love this one so much,
Yeah.
man.
That is so awesome.
It is so
So-
freaking beautiful.
Toadstorbs.
Toadstool. Until she murders you.
Yeah. She is the female Punisher, which is
true.
yeah.
Chuck Dixon has said it himself. Yes.
Yeah. Hell
Chuck
yeah.
Dixon said himself, she is a cross between Punisher and Daredevil. Which,
Oh, it's
how can
so
you not
sick.
like a character like that?
Yeah.
Anyways.
With tits? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, boobs. I mean, what?
What?
Yeah, no, Josh is the man. Like, he gets the steals, man. He knows how to price them. So
Well, you just do a few favors here and there, and
a little under the table. Yep.
no, I'm talking about like edit some people's comics, you dumbass.
Oh,
I'm not a hooker.
No, of course not. Of course not. What am I thinking?
You're the hooker.
Bravo, Dave. So we actually talked to him about this. He said that he's got work in the pipeline that like Marvel isn't releasing yet. So he said that he's been working. So he says.
So he says he had a ton of covers. Marvel's sitting
yeah.
on, waiting for some event or something. But he said he's got a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I
It's
mean,
he's like, I want to show you on my phone. I'm like, sure, show me one.
Like,
what do you got?
yeah, let's see
Who
it.
the fuck am I going to tell? Who gives a shit what I say anyway? No one.
We got 6,000 people on this channel, but
Yeah. I already paid you scumbag. At least you can do is show me some fucking art.
Yeah, why not? I mean, what are you gonna? It's not like you took a picture with your eyes. Like you can, they're like,
I'm gonna go
"Whoa,
recreate it."
special leaked." Yeah. Oh, got him. Marvel, you want to buy my artwork?
Yep.
It's like, no, you can't really do that. He's an extremely talented artist, so you can't duplicate it. But
damn.
Oh, you know what it was? It was that NDA.
That's what it was.
Derek
NDA.
June hit him with that
Damn.
NDA. So he couldn't say anything.
He couldn't
man.
NDA himself.
Damn. Yeah, you can't. He's like, Kyle, I'm sorry, I could NDA myself, but it's your character.
I understand what that means. Yeah, I get
You're
that.
like, actually,
yeah,
well,
that's a real thing.
yeah. Well, I honestly, I think he was most excited with that poster that you showed him. He looked at that thing for like a solid 30 minutes. He didn't close it. He just kept looking at it. He was like, oh yeah, I remember doing this. And he's like, this is so cool. I'm going to take a picture. He like posted it on
Yeah,
Instagram
he took a
and
picture
stuff.
of it and he said, like, I'm going to use it as a placemat. I'm going to sign stuff on top of it. I'm like, that's cool. Whatever you want.
See, if I were there, I wish I'd been there with you guys, but I couldn't. But I would have been asking him. So, like, when you're doing something like that, how much guidance is Rob giving you? Is he just letting you have carte blanche, just do whatever the hell you want to do, or is he micromanaging you? Just that's what I want to know.
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
From what he said with us, because I asked him how did he develop his style, and he just said, I just wanted to have fun, man. And he's like, and that's what I did. I was young, I was a kid, I was reading Todd McFarlane, and I was like, if McFarlane can do this, I can do it too. And so he just started doing crazy, like out of proportion, like, guns and like dudes and muscles and all this fun stuff. And he's like, I just had a blast. He was just like, I was doing such wild, crazy stuff that just made me have so much fun that like, that's what like, what did he say, Cal? He was like, this page has so much emotion on it. He's like, I was just dumping emotion on this page.
Mm-hmm.
So
you could tell.
Oh yeah, dude. Of like his stuff is packed full of emotion. So
it is.
That's cool. Well, there you go. That was Kyle's poll. Thanks for showing off. Man.
Yeah, hold on. I got a couple more here.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah.
We did meet Jim Zub And so I got my Savage Sword of Conan's
Oh.
signed by Jim Zub.
What does yours say? What is the dude? What does mine say?
Dude.
Sweet.
He said, this sword is still sharp.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, so I got those, and the same place that we went to a couple comic shops on Monday.
Oh, you got Sainted Love.
Yes.
Oh,
Every issue of however many there are, I got all of them. Near mint. I can't afford the best. All right, I had to get a near mint.
Yeah.
But no, this was just I picked up an early edition copy of Stephen King's Night Shift. So this is from the Stephen King book club. So an early edition of Stephen King Night Shift. Some of the great before he became a angry lesbian.
What is that? Who's that? Is that that wasn't a comic. Was that like an actual book?
Yeah, it's got words in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did okay. All right. Anyway, what do you
Because
have
I
next?
read. Because you read. You know, it's got yeah.
Next.
Who does that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, left to right.
Freaking nerd.
Like those are ever gonna catch on.
Yeah.
I know.
Damn.
But that was the good old days when Stephen King was doing a lot of coke and drinking and everything, and
Was
back when he
insane.
could write.
And was it using a mouthwash, drinking down mouthwash to wake
Yeah,
up?
mouthwash and Listerine and everything.
Nice.
So this last one, this wasn't from the show, but I picked this up. I showed you guys already, but one of my favorite series is Ice Cream Man, and I love Martin Marazzo. I love his art, and
Amarazzo.
Razzo.
so I got a page that it's special to me, just on a personal level, just everything we talked about with our brother.
Yeah.
And I just felt this was something that I had to own, and I'm glad I do. And I love his artwork. It's just amazing. But I got a copy. I got the original art from Ice Cream Man number 39, page 48 here.
Oh man. Wow.
So
Yeah, that's super
yeah.
impactful, man.
Yeah, that's when the kid that's in the backseat sees himself and the future, what could have been his life.
Yeah.
And I just felt that I just had to have it, and it's absolutely amazing. So that's going to be hung up somewhere back there somewhere. I got to figure out a spot for it, but yeah. So that's the last thing I got. I'm done now, so I can turn my camera off.
Beautiful, man. Seriously, that original art, I think that's really important to you and you know, to both you and Drew. You know, I think that's something really special. It's not just, hey, this is cool comic art. It means so much more, you know. And
right.
Maybe the one day the chat, you know, because we don't need to tell really anyone, but to you guys it's extremely special, and maybe the chat will know one of these days. But until then, I'm very thankful that you got that, and I wonder if what is it, Mazzaro?
Yeah, Marazzo
Or Marazzo? I wonder
Marazzo.
if Marazzo, how he would feel if he knew how important that page is, you know. But
I reached out to him. I let him know on Instagram what the issue was to me, but I'm gonna send a picture of that and send it to him and just say, hey, this is why I got it, and we'll see what he says.
I think you would really love it, man. So
yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you for showing off, dude. That's freaking sweet. So
You're welcome.
I think I don't know, $200.
$200.
You'll look at that for the rest of your life and go, $200.
gonna be put in a short box, never to be seen again, and I'll occasionally see it and be like, fuck.
And then you'll look at it and you'll go, put it back in the short box and like bury it. Just so you're like, oh, don't think about it.
I'll put it up on eBay for $202.
There you go.
Oh wait, no, the signature was 10, right? So I gotta at least get
was it 10 or
212?
Yeah, no, I think it was 10.
Wait. So you got the remark and the signature, and he didn't do the signature for free? He didn't just charge you the $200 for the remark and the signature?
Oh, of course not.
God.
What a D-bag. Come on.
What? Hey, he's a
That's
professional,
sweet,
all
sweet
right?
money. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty wild. I am very I think I dodged a bullet. I'm very grateful. That was a kind of a blessing in disguise that he didn't show up on Friday. Because if he did, I would have had artwork and I would have been $800 less. So,
And you'd have been like, yeah.
I mean, if you would have approached Kyle would have been like, he's not paying 800 for that. Put it in your collection.
Yeah.
yeah, right. So was that your pick of the week? The pick of the week.
What?
Moon Knight number whatever. $200. Pick of the week.
Yes, that's my pick of the week.
Pick of the week. All right.
Because it has to be. I don't have a choice.
I paid $200. It has to be my pick of the week. There's no other explanation for it. So
You know what I don't understand why he didn't do with the remark? I don't understand why he didn't add whites to Moon Knight.
what? Oh, you mean like white pens?
Yeah.
Because it's all blue. Yeah.
He added a white
No.
streak.
I
That's
mean, yeah, but
Kinda.
that's kind of like that off white.
Well, but that would require work and time.
oh,
And he doesn't have that.
No.
Well,
no,
because he spent it all on that first one doing that Spider-Man that looked bomb as fuck.
The Spider-Man did look good.
Yeah, that looked actually really sick. I do
would've
like
known
how it was like a red and a blue juxtaposition on the cover that looked really sick, actually. So yeah. Now, did he charge 400 for that because he did 2 remarks, or did he just charge 200 for the both?
It would have been 400. It had to have been 2 remarks.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I don't know. Oh well. All right. So where were we here before we were rudely interrupted by Kyle?
Yeah. We saw Prophet.
There you go.
I keep
There we
waiting for
go.
a certain book and signature to come up, but
Oh, just you wait. Just you. I think it's the next one after this. But yeah, I had to get my Prophet signed. Prophet's like one of the first characters I ever read as a young lad. Other than like The Darkness, Prophet was one of the other ones that I was picking up, and it was just so awesome. I also did get him to sign the Soul Saga book that he did, which is like Battle Chasers, but on even higher testosterone. So that was cool too. Kind of an out there book, but Top Cow is brilliant. Here is my golden boy, my golden child. Out of all the signatures, this was probably the most fun, getting Jim Zub's signatures and like actually hanging out with him and getting to talk to him. And we'll talk about him a little bit later, I'm sure. But Josh, on your channel, I'm fully. I'll say this about the trip is like out of the 3 days of at least for the convention, right? Other than hanging with you guys and getting to spend time with y'all, specifically talking about the convention experience, Jim Zub was like the highlight of the week or of the weekend.
Hands down, yes.
Yeah. And I mean, Kyle, I think you said something, or Josh, I forget who said it, but we were like walking to get coffee, like down at well, I won't say where because it's our spot, but we're getting coffee, and I was like, or one of you guys said like, we literally couldn't have been a minute later and we would have missed him.
Yeah,
like it was perfect timing. Like if we were any earlier or later, we would have completely missed that experience. And it was by far the highlight of the weekend. So
we got up to his booth, you guys, to get your stuff signed because I'm the idiot that didn't bring comics with me. And it was literally 15 till his panel started. And he quickly signed and he quickly took a picture. And he was like, by the way, I'm going to do a panel if you guys want to join. And then he took off and we're like, yeah, we'll go. And I was like, what time did he say it started? And Max was like 1 o'clock. And I was like, oh shit, like it's 10 till.
Like now.
Yeah.
Like
now, yeah.
So let's trek that way.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. Like, because we were hanging with Stephen Platt and we're just sitting there like, well, is he done yet? And and so we realized, oh, shoot, like Zub is literally next to him. So we walk over to Jim Zub's booth and his handler is going, I'm so sorry, guys. I have to steal him from you because we got to take him to the panel. And so they wanted us to come with them. So we followed them afterwards and we're like, yeah, why not? We're pretty much waiting on Stephen Platt. That's all we're waiting for today. So, we have the time. And it turned out to be the best part about the weekend because we first got there and Kyle was like, I've never been to a panel before. And we were like, wait, what? Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, I've never been. So everyone had to, clap like this, and everyone had to, state their point of personal privilege. And I think that was fair. But
Thank
once
God Max did that for all of us, because I don't know where
Yes.
I would have been lost without it.
Yeah.
So
I think, we have to state it for everyone so that we know that we got to do one of these and not clap because it's, or snaps. Snaps are a little too noisy. So
yeah, it's kind of loud.
Yeah.
Kind of loud.
But we got in there and I think Josh and Kyle and I were like, oh boy, this is gonna be a long hour,
Yeah.
I was so ready to be like, what the fuck did you just bring me to? Like, I was just getting ready to be like, son of a bitch. Like,
well, because it
fuck
was
you
just
and
him.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It was just him.
And the first like 10 to 15 minutes of it, you can tell he didn't really know what to say. Well, one, he didn't even realize he was hosting a panel
Correct.
until they told him, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess." And you could tell he was trying to figure out, like, he had plenty to say, but you could tell he's trying to figure out how to say what he wanted to say, and he's just kind of like rambling, and it wasn't really going anywhere. And because he was so in his mind, he dropped an F-bomb, and they tell you not to cuss in these things.
Yeah.
And you could tell it was like a moment of panic, and then everyone kind of laughed, and the room kind of livened back up a little bit. And then he kind of like threw another F-bomb out a little bit later, and the audience responded even more. And then at that point, he just let his hair down and was just like, you could tell in his mind, he went, I'm going to forget about being politically correct. I'm going to forget about being like a company man that like toes the line. I'm just going to be honest. These people are here. It's not a large crowd. And I'm going to just speak from the heart and what I truly feel and what I truly think. And that the final 45 minutes were just, I'm getting chill bumps. I'm literally getting chill bumps. The final 45 minutes were just fantastic. And he shared a lot of his personal story with Conan even prior to this series, and how Conan's kind of always been in his career. And one of the first professional jobs he got out of school was recoloring old Conan books. And it just this whole full circle story, and kind of an underdog story that was just, it touched me. He got emotional twice. But as someone who considers themselves a writer and has people they look up to, there's a moment where I got emotional because I understood what he was saying, and I can only imagine being in his shoes with what he was being told. And I was like, I'm choked up now. Like, just,
Yeah. I didn't realize how emotional I was going to get when he started getting emotional too. And I was just like, what is this salty substance? I was just like, oh gosh. So for context, the first F-bomb that he dropped was when he was on with Marvel. And who was the editor that he was talking to?
Tom Brevoort.
Tom Brevoort. Yeah. And good old Tom Brevoort says, listen, the Avengers are hot right now. Hansel's so hot right now. The Avengers are hot. They're about to get into Infinity War and Endgame. We're going to introduce Conan to the Avengers. And Jim Zub said, fuck no, you're not. And that was his first F-bomb. And that was, like you said, when everyone kind of lightened up and we were like, yeah, we agree, right? Yeah. Why would you introduce Conan into this lame Avengers team? So unfortunately, he didn't get to, unfortunately, he had to put Conan in the book because Tom Brevoort said basically, if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it and you're going to hate it even more. And so he's like, yeah, you're right. So I guess I'll just do it. So they introduced Conan into the Avengers, and but it wasn't the best thing ever, and that's fine. But they did allow Zub to close out the Conan series at issue 300, which was great. They allowed him to sunset the character, and then once he was able to do that, he was like, you know what, that's it for me. At least I can say I wrote Conan, right? And he kept having those experiences where he was like, well, that's it for me. At least I got to write Conan for once, right? And now he's like single-handedly holding up the comic book industry with his Conan book. Like, it's the best book out there right now. But yeah, no, he got choked up because I don't know, Josh, I think you can probably tell it a little bit better, but he was talking about how when he got called for Titan.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for perspective, he'd just done a run of Conan the Barbarian, specifically that title for Marvel, and it did not sell well. They had 2 issues that got released, and then 2020 hit, and they issued their pencils down mandate. So you had 2 issues of this comic come out. It was received well, but then you had months of silence, and then when they came back, like there wasn't a push behind it to kind of get a spotlight back on it. Marvel had decided to take the whole line a different direction, and they knew they were going to be closing out the book anyway. So there was just no effort or attention was put into the book. So the book did not sell. And a lot of context, that then becomes a failure. So he was a guy who loved Conan that delivered a failure.
Yeah.
And it was shortly after that there's 2 guys that kind of oversee Conan in comics for the Conan property, like that ownership. And they decided they didn't want Conan at Marvel. They wanted to find a publisher that would just serve as publisher and would let them do their own creative thing. That's how they found Titan. And we're going to just release through Titan. But when they were looking for a writer, they reached out to multiple writers and, talked to them about delivering their pitches. And Jim Zub had mentioned that, when he talked to him, he asked, do you have a lot of guys that you've reached out to? And they said, we have a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And what they ended up doing is they had the pitches submitted and they had the names removed from all the pitches. They didn't want the writers' names on the story pitches because they did not want to be influenced at all by a name.
Yeah.
So they read through all these pitches, just all they knew was the story and what this writer was wanting to present and what they wanted to bring to the table. And Jim said that he got a call one day and it was from them, and he was expecting to hear hey, we appreciate you, putting the time in, but we're going to pass. And it wasn't that. It was like they started talking about the pitch and what he wanted to do and how they thought it was a good idea. And they just kept kind of going on and on and on about how perfect they thought the story was. And they just said, it became so evidently clear that you're our guy. You are the guy. Yeah. And when he was saying you're the guy, he stopped because he couldn't get it out. And you could just hear the emotion coming in, and his voice broke. And then he paused, and he was like, "I'm really sorry." And I'm like, dude, what are you apologizing for? Like, this
I think
great.
That's when we started clapping, right?
Yeah,
because he stopped, and that's when we kind of started.
Yep. So he stopped, and then he apologized because he couldn't speak, and he made a face like, "Why am I getting emotional?" And we all started clapping, and then he kind of pulled it together to have his voice break and say, "They told me you're the guy." And for me, that's when I realized how much he loved and respected and cared for the history of this character, the lore of this character, and how much he wanted to protect it. And I think sometimes when you have characters that are in a public forum and you do have a love for them, you tend to want to write these characters because you love them, but also because you want to protect that brand. And it became very clear that's what he wanted to do. But the other aspect of this is he almost didn't pitch. He was not going to send a pitch in. They asked him to, and he didn't see the point. And he was like, it's just a courtesy. They're not going to look at it. The only reason they reached out is just because I'd written on Conan before. It's like the politically correct thing to do, and his wife was like, or maybe they liked what you were doing. So just try. So he did, but that was the first time he got emotional. And I relay it as, think of whoever your favorite character is and whoever your favorite creator is or writer that you look up to. And you're like, I will purchase their stuff until the day I die because I love their work that much. And then having that person say, hey, I want you to write this. And then you write it. And then that person coming in and saying, you did a damn good job. And I'm proud of you.
You just gave me chills. Yeah. And not only you did a good job, I'm proud of you, but specifically the words, you're the guy.
You're the guy.
It's like, oh God. And then another great experience that he had was with Roy Thomas, who is the king of writing Conan stories. Like, if you look at any Conan book, it's most likely 90% of the time going to be Roy Thomas. And when he got to meet him in person, as an older gentleman, probably I think Roy was in his 80s, he kind of put his hand on Jim's shoulder and he said, you know, I liked your work. You did good job. Welcome to the fraternity. You know, and that's just like another like, oh my God, it's such a incredible, impactful moment for someone who is like, I've spent my entire career on Conan, and to have the Conan writer say welcome to the fraternity is just like, I made it, you know. But but yet he didn't. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say the funny thing with the Roy Thomas one was he was at a convention and kind of ran into him by happenstance at that convention, and he didn't even think Roy Thomas would have read his comics. And this was, you know, we could ideally, honestly say pre-Titan, right? Wasn't this pre-Titan or no?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So it was already what he didn't even consider his best work on Conan, and he got that feedback. But he was so stoked after he got it, and he was like, I was on this high, and I like couldn't wait to tell someone. And I went back to the booth, and I'm like wide-eyed and just like frantic and manic and like just buzzing. And he's like, all my wife did was go, are you high right now?
That's right. Dude, that amount of emotion will kind of get you at a high. So, but how, you know, because when you think about, I always think about this. Say you get like a Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing on a book, and they just destroy something, or like a Tom King, and they just ruin a character, and they're like, "Listen, guys,
Tuesday for them, Jesus."
Oh, I know, yeah, right. And they go, "Listen, we're gonna end the series at issue 6, and we're gonna revamp it in the summer with issue 1. All right." Imagine if they just rehire the same writer who did poorly on the series for that next series. It's like, what are we doing? Right. And I think that's kind of how Jim felt, because he was like, I'm a failure. They don't want me again. It's going to be like if Jackson or, you know, Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly ruined a character and then got hired again for this same character. That's counterintuitive. And yet they still felt so strongly about his pitch that they were like, I don't care what you did in the past. Your Conan is it. You're the guy, right? And I think that just speaks to his level of passion, his level of talent, and his level of respect for keeping continuity and keeping the character to its core lineage and legacy. And he kept saying that, like all throughout the panel, he kept saying, we wanted to do Conan right. We wanted to do Robert E. Howard right. We wanted to do the stories right. And I don't think at any point he never said diversity. He never said, you know, like any type of politically correct or activist type of, it was so, like he was pitching this panel on the basis of Conan. He wouldn't shut up about Conan. And I was like, finally, we have a creator who is so ingrained in the material and the source material that that's all he loves and that's all he wants to talk about. And it was so refreshing. It was so cool. So,
yeah.
Right. And it wasn't, I see myself as Conan, and I really want to put myself into Conan. Like, none of that shit.
No, he actually expressed the opposite. He made comments along the lines of, you know, when I started working on this iteration of Conan, I mean, Max, I think you said it better the other day, but he kind of expressed that he's never felt like he's delivered something with this much, I'll just say testosterone to sum it up, but just grit and you know,
like masculine bravery and courage and just like,
it's way better words than what I just used.
No, but you're right. Like he is just taking this book by the balls, and he's like, I don't have Marvel breathing down my neck. I don't have DC breathing down my neck. Because when you look at who's the other guy that did Conan, Jason Aaron. And what did Jason Aaron do? He apologized to people because
having a Native American.
For having a woman in there that they didn't like, or that they thought was I'm just like, I hate to say it, but like just pussy shit, right? And I know that Jim Zub doesn't probably vote the right, you know, the way that everyone does, like, because that doesn't even matter. I don't even give 2 shits about how Jim Zub votes, right? Because he's writing Conan well, and that's all that matters.
Well, he's Canadian. Does it matter anyway? But
No, yeah, well, yeah.
Jason Aaron, I think, wasn't he at the show? He should have dropped off one of these Conan books for him.
Yeah.
Here you go, man.
This is how you do it, buddy.
Yeah, this is how you do it here.
Yeah.
Just get a brown
You
paper
cucked-
bag that says "This is how you do it," and it's got
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the characters he's fucked over, but good issues.
Here you go. Yeah. Josh actually Josh actually had a great line because I was back issue hunting, dollar bin diving, and I'm looking through and I look over next to me, and who is it? None other than Jason Aaron, just back issue diving as well. And I was like, oh yeah, I know. I didn't say anything because I was like, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So I was just like, okay.
Oh, it's a shame Kyle wasn't there.
Which is why Josh was like, oh, if Kyle were there, he would have said, oh, are you looking for Punisher books so you can actually write the character well this time?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle is the guy that the moment we saw Sean Gordon Murphy and we're 15 feet away from him, he went, "Thanks for ruining. You ruined Zorro."
Yeah, you ruined Zorro. Not even subtle, just you ruined Zorro, and we all just kind of looked at what we were like.
But what's the retort? What are you gonna say? He's gonna be like, you're right.
I will say, and I'd forgotten about this until just now. The only person that I know that has ever gone up to a creator and gave them a comic book and said, "You really need to read this. It's going to help you out," and walked away is my friend Brandon Mulholland, who I used to write with at Batman News. He gave a book to James Tynion when James Tynion was doing Detective Comics for Rebirth.
Yes. Wow.
And it was to write a certain character correctly. He's like, "You really need to read this. It's going to help you," and handed it to him and then proceeded to do an interview with him.
Oh, damn.
Do we need a cup for this man's balls? Like, gosh dang.
Ooh.
So wait. You're saying Hollywood sweetheart, everyone's favorite comic book writer, James Tiny Onion? He had the chutzpah to tell him, "You're not writing well enough for this character." Good for him.
Yeah.
Based as hell.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah. And look, for what it's worth, I would put anyone's Batman knowledge up to Brandon. That dude is a freaking encyclopedia.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Just crazy.
We've got Don in the house. What's happening, brother? He says, did someone say testosterone? Hell yeah. He also says based Kevin. Correct. Yes.
Kevin is based.
Yeah.
Kevin is based.
Yeah, Kevin
I made her
Saturday.
better. Oh, yeah. We'll show some pictures of Kevin with his sunglasses on. So Sterling apologizing about Robert E. Howard in Blood of the Serpent. What? SM Sterling apologizing. I didn't hear about that. The last issue of Something is Killing the Children was absolute garbage. Tiny Onion doesn't even care anymore. Wow.
Isn't every issue terrible? What the fuck?
Yeah,
of course
what?
the
I
last
didn't-
one would be.
I never understood that series. I just never got into it. Oh well. But Exude good. Hello. Oh, hello. Hey, X-Ray. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, look at Josh. Oh, Josh is being so kind. He's showing how much he
he's
loves
one of
you,
you.
X-Ray.
He's
I
one of
miss
you.
you.
Oh.
X-Ray. Oh, yes, hello.
Mr. Roboto.
No, no.
Okay.
Domo momo.
I'm in
Even though
Japanese.
she's
I
not
think I'm
Japanese.
in Japanese. I really think so. X-Ray Girl says, "Oh, I love you, Josh." Oh.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing it well, X-Ray. Hope you guys had a fun time at the convention this weekend. She's at another convention. She's not. She
Wow.
she left us to go hang out with the Nerdrotic crew. So
Oof.
Yeah.
oh well.
No, thanks.
We've also got Subtle Deviancy for $2. Hail, what's happening, brother? Thank you so much for the 2. He says, Josh's hand on my shoulder. Oh, brace for impact.
I'd say so.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I brace for impact. Well, because the hand isn't on the shoulder from the front; it's from the back.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
Rail and Bale,
oh.
baby. Rail and
Like,
Bale.
oh my goodness! Wow, such a maninizer. Josh.
Meninizer.
Wow, just bang him and wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, whatever.
Sir, yeah. So well, thanks again for being here, X-Ray. And dude, yes, thank you so much for the $2. Subtle, really appreciate it. Always love some humor in here. So thanks again for the 2. So yeah, let's finish up. Basically, yeah, I mean, if you guys can't tell already, Jim Zub was by far the best experience we've had with a creator in years. Like, it was incredible.
Yeah.
So
The one thing we haven't shared on Dream Max is when we went back to get another comic signed, you asked Jim a question about a recent issue of Conan.
yeah,
I didn't know if you wanted to kind of share that what we had hoped was happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. So essentially, we went back because we had a couple more comics. Josh, I think you had a couple too, right? Or no?
I was going for the Drewski. So
I appreciate
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our main man, our birthday boy, boy, Drizzleberry Pop Tart.
Yeah. I didn't give him shit for it like his brother did either.
Yeah, how many books did you get signed? All right.
1 book and 1 poster.
Well, there you
But
go.
Stephen Platt made me wait 30 minutes as he finished a fucking remark with
Oh
me
my
just standing there
It
staring.
wasn't mine.
Oh my god. So I'll actually share the actual page because I've got it right here. But so this was issue 11. This was the most recent page or the most recent issue that we got from Conan. And I brought this up on the stream that we had covered it, and I said I thought it was really cool that Jim it recognizes that Conan is learning from his mentor, King Cole, which we see mourning the dead, mourning his soldiers as they are going into the depths of Atlantis, whereas Conan still doesn't recognize the sacrifice of men for a king that they respect, a king that they will serve, a king that they will love and sacrifice their lives for. And so Jim Zub writes, they shared a warm moment aboard the ship, a fleeting bit of fun, now just another corpse on this cursed quest. Because for Conan, he's a brute, he's a warrior. At this point in his time, in his lifetime, people are going to die, and he's like, all right, on to the next one, right? But for King Cole, he says, well fought, my slayers. The enemy is vanquished thanks to your great courage. Conan is surprised when Cole kneels before his fallen fighters. The king's voice quakes with deep remorse as he prays that their souls are sent back to the surface. And so from that moment, I was like, when we went back to his booth and we talked to him, we said, was that an intentional moment for Conan to learn from King Cole? Was this an intentional moment of mentorship from a king to, a warrior? And he was like, that's exactly what I was trying to do. And thank you for recognizing it, because Conan needs to learn from this king before Conan becomes king, right? And so all of us were just like, fuck yeah, dude, this is so cool. Cause then he started like getting animated, like really animated, and he started talking about it more. And it just, you have that confirmation that we're reading this stuff and we never know what the author's intentions are. But when we actually get to talk to them and ask them about, is this what you were trying to do? Or is this kind of what, because like he could have easily been like, nah, I never really thought about it, but yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. Right. But no, he thinks about every single thing, every single character, every single motion, every single panel in these books. It felt like he's being so intentional. And the fact that he remembered it too, because sometimes these creators are like, oh yeah, I guess I did do that, but just really cool. I loved having those moments with him. Really great guy. So it was an absolute pleasure. And like I said, probably one of the best parts of the trip in terms of the convention. So
agreed.
Flaccid Dawn says, I swear, Josh, if it is missionary, you're dead to me. Yeah, our little Drizzleberry Pop-Tart had a bit of a birthday X-ray, so we celebrated him, what was it? Sunday?
I think Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Subtle coming in with another 5. Hail, brother. Thank you so much for the 5. He says, this is for Chuck Dixon, unapologetically writing Conan in a 3-book series, 2 released already, unlike that SM Sterling apologist crapping on Robert E. Howard. Dude, imagine crapping on the creator of the book that you're writing. it's like pretty counterintuitive. The fact that it's like all the Harry Potter people who are like, yeah, FJK Rowling. It's like, bro, she gave you a career.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
well. But Subtle, thank you again for the 5. Really appreciate it, brother. It means a lot. So, but yeah, no, you're right. It's hail Chuck Dixon for doing Conan right, and hail Jim Zub for doing Conan right as well. So, Max, that was gayer than anything Josh has ever said. It's true.
Listen,
Check
Flaccid, it was a running theme of the weekend. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But
Yeah.
Kyle's smirking because he knows.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
For those of you who may or may not know, Josh and Kyle had a running tally to see how many times I was gayer than Josh. We were in like the double digits. By the
After
end
a
of
few
that,
hours,
you know.
yeah, it was quite a bit. Didn't take long.
Well, we had just landed, and we think we already got one. You know,
Yeah, I think we're in
no,
the
yeah,
car.
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like doing a bent wrist thing out there. It's like, what are you doing, Max? Like he was trying to wave. It's like,
Well, he put his
Oh,
feet.
boys.
He was so excited to play Passenger Princess. He had his feet on the dashboard,
Oh
and
my
he was
God.
like kind of patting his toes.
Apparently, I need to read more Conan so I can get,
yes.
pray the gay
testosterone
away.
enough.
Masculinity, yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe it's making me more gay. I'm not sure. I don't know which one.
I mean,
but-
maybe it's making you submissive, and that's what's happening. You're like, oh, hey,
Oh.
Conan, you
Yeah.
know
I'm not gay no more.
what?
I am delivered.
I am delivered.
I'm delivered.
We need to find that song. I need to add that song to my video.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You have to have that as your intro or something. So here's issue 1, and that was the free comic book day issue as well from Roberto Della Torre.
Territory.
And here it is.
Pride and joy
boys.
right here.
This is
Funny.
what it was all worth.
Yeah.
All the whole weekend.
that's
I thought
signature,
you were
baby.
showing comics that you had signed.
Oh, yeah. So if you can't see, there's a little cum stain on the front of
Oh.
this amazing book, Avengers Annual number 10, Avengers Anal number 10.
Mhm.
And let's see if you guys can spot the signature. Let's play the game, shall we? Spot the signature. Because
Is their name Columbia? That looks like a signature.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's got a little bit of a little English on
Calligraphy
there. Yeah.
going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of nice. No, it's not that.
No?
You're close
Oh,
though. You're close.
Is it actually hidden in Mystique's boob?
Mm.
Let's see. I think I get a little bit of a closer look here. Let's see if Max on video wants to.
Oh,
wait.
wait.
Oh.
I know it's in the
Wait a sec.
Spider Woman panel. It's in the Spider Woman panel, I think. So
Oh,
yeah, I think so.
You just wrote the word no.
Yeah.
No.
He was like, "Oh man." Well, I do not see Michael Golden. Well, actually, I see the M and the G. I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
I don't
so.
even see the M and the G. I see NO and squiggly.
Yeah.
Actually, it's an N with a sperm.
There you go.
There it is. Yep. That's so. It really is just a cum stain. So it's
Yeah.
a sperm and an N. So
There you go.
Chat. How much do you want to guess that this signature from Michael Golden on my comic book? How much did he charge me? I will give you guys a few minutes. We don't know. I mean, I know, but I mean, it could be anything. Was it free? Was it $100? How much was the NO signature on my
It has to be
beautiful?
free, right? Because he's such a nice guy.
I mean,
Yeah,
he is
so nice.
he's super generous, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
it gives
god,
you- yeah,
175. Oh my lord. No, lower,
I mean,
lower.
it's not the signature that's really the value for us. It's the time with the creator and getting to
Yes.
ask questions and get
Yeah.
answers, and that's
good
what you're
conversation.
really paying for.
learning
Right.
about the history, the storytelling, just the behind the scenes process.
Yes.
Yeah, like all that good stuff. You're paying for the experience, right? Of just getting to spend time with that creator.
And someone like Michael Golden, you would think, working on the Avengers Anal with Chris Chris Claremont, you think there'd be a lot of behind the scenes stories.
You would think
Yeah.
so. Michael,
Because we know
says
Claremont will
300.
talk to you for 2 fucking hours and not shut
Oh,
up
wow.
and have a line of 1,000 people behind him.
And that would just be over like a simple question about the color of a costume.
Yep. It's like, I gotta go. You're not on a podcast, bro. You can't just sit here and talk.
Yeah.
I know you
Well-
like Jubilee Scrunchy, but I gotta go. All right,
Yeah.
it's been 2 hours.
Mhm. Can I go now?
Can I go? You're saying that to the creator. Can I leave?
Yeah. I walked up to your table. Can I go now?
Yeah. Jack Frost and Cougar Crumbly. You guys are the closest ones with $30. It was a $40 signature. 40. When I asked him, hey, who's your favorite character to draw on the issue? He goes, all of them. And then didn't say anything after that. He just said all of them. And I was like, oh. And then I was like, trying to think. I was just trying to think of like some other stuff, right? And it was just I wasn't getting anything out of him. Very, very kind. He was a super nice guy, but the conversation was just stilted. There was nothing there, and so I was just like, all right, well, thanks again for the $40, no on my book.
That's passive aggressive right there.
He probably was, just no. Can you sign this for me,
sucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha, sucker. Oh, and by the way, I looked at the receipt, and because I paid with credit card on their little Square thing,
Mhm.
it
was
charged
like
me like
45,
tax.
40.
So it
Yeah.
was extra. It was like 42.25 or something. I was like,
Mhm.
oh my God, dude, are you serious? So he charged me 20 to sign no on my that's number 2. The dude who waited until your payment went through, that is correct, Cajun. That is correct. Yep. So he was like, he looked at the card and was like, did it go through? All right, well, time to sign. And then he signed my book, and I was like, all right, thanks, buddy.
All right, call it a day. There we go.
Yeah. 30
Yep.
was too much. Sorry, MVP. Yeah, no. I mean, when you think about all the other guys like Andy Kubert, David Finch, Art Adams, these guys
Steve
are charging
McNiven,
$10.
Greg Land was
Steve
free.
McNiven.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
Jim Zub was free.
Jim. Oh, yeah. Jim
Sub was free. Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Yeah. Like that. Crazy. So now I have a comic that is worth nothing, and it
Yep.
says no on it. So yeah. Pretty fun times.
But you got a story out of it. See, at the least, you have a fun
That's true.
anecdote.
And look, it's a newsstand. Oh, it's a newsstand. Anyway.
Damn.
And then we found these in like the $1 bin. I don't know. Where did we find these again? These are like
No,
$1.
No, those like the
Ugh.
half off bin.
Yeah.
And they were
half
more
of
Yeah.
a
$1.
dollar.
Oh,
yeah, that's yeah, that's right.
You know what, Max?
Uh,
Before we get into Unholy Nightmare, if I had thought about it, I would have paid you like $100 for when he did that signature. If you would have pulled a golem and been like, "Here's ruins it," and just like
God.
snatched it and run away.
That'd be pretty funny.
Drew's
But
laughing.
I
But
would
Drew
still-
doesn't know, so you know.
But I'd still only get $60 out of it because if you gave me 100 and he charged me $42.25,
You're making $60, Max.
Filthy little hobbits. You ruins it.
He ruins it.
Oh well. Did hey, bravo.
Whoa.
Greg gets way too much hate for tracing. All right. He's a genuinely talented artist.
He did have a stack of porn magazines with him, so I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
Hey, at
He was
least
a nice guy. He and his wife were super gracious. They were
Yeah.
incredibly nice, and he had a huge
cool.
stack of, well, I assume original art, but it was a huge stack of art there. So he was a nice guy. That's all I can say about him. I don't know
Yeah.
about the tracing and whatever. Who cares?
Hey, you know what? He didn't drag and drop a porn star or a 3D asset.
It wasn't a 3D asset of a truck or an oil rig or a whole city or a couch.
Exactly. So I'll give him that. I do have more respect for him. I genuinely do think that he is a good artist. So no. But yeah, so Drew, tell us about Unholy Nightmare. Do you want you are more than welcome to share your story of the debacle, but if not, that's up to you. I'll leave that at your discretion. But yeah, why don't you give us a little bit while we're showing Unholy Nightmare off here, signed by you. I see your signature here. Yeah, man, give us kind of the rundown here.
So before we got there to Dallas, Murphy had mailed these out by USPS, and they were due. They were supposed to have been originally Thursday. They were supposed to have been delivered Thursday, technically, but then it got pushed to Friday. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll be landing there Friday.
It's gonna be close, but all right.
Yeah, it's kind of close, but hey, I can make it work. We get there Friday morning. No box, no package. It's still saying it's supposed to be delivered by 9 p.m. Friday, and there's no updates on the tracking, nothing. And I call USPS, the hotline, and I'm on the phone with them for like an hour, 2 hours, and I'm doing everything I can to find out where exactly this is. I'm bribing the people on the phone to tell me where it's at.
Yeah.
And I think I even said, I'll pay you $500 right now if you get this package delivered now. And of course, they didn't take the money, which is stupid of them, but hey, that's $500. Shows how well they're doing financially. Yes, that means nothing. Then I called the local USPS branch, and no help either. Even regardless of a bribe, they couldn't tell me anything. So needless to say, I was a little miffed Friday going to the show, and we got there eventually, and I had to apologize to the Mangums, because the Mangums who worked on the cover, Gabriel Mangum did the cover, and his dad, Andrew Mangum, his cover is in the back in the cover gallery. But I apologized to them because the books were supposed to be there. But fortunately, they did arrive Saturday when we were at the convention. That's when I handed over all my splat books to Kyle and $200 and said, "Thank you for getting signed. I appreciate it."
Yeah.
And we went to go get them. Came back, and yeah, I felt like $1 million, and just cracking the seal. Holding it, flipping through it, it was amazing. There's no other feeling like it when you know something you've been working on the past year or so, and finally you see it. You know, it's tangible. You can hold it. I loved it. Great feeling.
Hell yeah, man. No, it looks great, and I know a lot of our fans were looking for it. A lot of them were able to buy it. So you sold out on half of, both. So which was great. Sold a good portion of the majority of like what you had. So, yeah, bravo. Need at least one 3D asset for the book to have top quality.
Not Aurelia. Aurelia will not do that. It's all done by hand.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, I'll go ahead and show some of the interiors that you kind of showed me a little bit earlier. Let's see here. Yeah. So this is one example.
New page. Yep. Exactly. Yeah,
brand
new page
that got sent our way. Here's another. Oh man, look at this action. That looks awesome. I'm stoked for this, dude. This looks incredible. So, and if you guys were able to pick up the preview edition at Dallas Fan Expo, the pages are out of order. So they're not actually going to, they're teasing what the story is going to be, but it's not in the order that you would actually read the story. So it truly is a solely preview edition. I'm glad I picked one up. I'm super thankful. And I mean, look at this thing. This is, this looks like a professional Marvel DC artist from like the 90s, man. What do we got going on with this guy?
So this guy, this gentleman here who did this, this guy is in Vietnam. His name is Vu Don. Vu Don is his name. He did a piece of fan art for us. It was similar to this, a small, he did a small image, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I couldn't believe it. Yeah. And I reached out to him. I was like, "Dude, I will pay you to redo this for a cover, please." And he said, "Yeah, absolutely." And he gave me the dollar amount. I'm like, "All right, sold. Do it now. Do it now." And he killed it.
Dude, this looks unbelievable. Like, I am shocked that this guy is not in mainstream comics right now. Like,
right?
This is freaking beautiful. Now, I don't know how he is with sequential storytelling, but if this is what he can produce for a cover for original art, I'm stunned. This is next level.
Yeah,
dude.
he did. This is on 11x17. He did this on.
So
and-
you're telling me you're going to purchase this original art though, right?
Probably, yes.
Okay,
I'm paying mostly for shipping. It'd probably be like $300 for the
Yeah.
art I paid, and then probably be another $300 for shipping. Have it
Yeah.
sent here, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I got to get that framed. I loved it. This guy's amazing. I'm doing the best I can to keep this guy a secret because I don't want anyone else to have him.
No, you're right. You're right.
He's amazing, and and let's just say there may or may not be more work coming from him in the future as well with me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it looks all right. Right, Kyle?
Yeah.
It's meh. We'll give it a meh.
It's a meh.
It's a meh.
I mean, it's not two chicks going down on each other on a cover, but yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's really, really good. And Drew, I remember when you sent it to us, we were all like, holy shit. And then when you first sent the pencils of the full cover updated version, that's when I saw it large enough to notice the eyes, and I sent Drew this message.
Yeah.
Like he's got 3 pupils and 3 irises in each eye. Irises?
Reese's.
Hey, look, you tend to not see a lot of artists kind of, really dig in like this anymore with pencils and inks. And God, it's just nice to see.
It's unbelievable the amount of cross hatching for shading on the eyes too. Like, and then around the mouth. And it's just like, God, this is the amount of detail and the amount of work that went into this. It's just gorgeous. And I do like that it's, he's using like these heavy inks here. And then as it starts to go down a little bit further, it lightens up. But like you could put the title right down here, like the trade, right down here so that it's not covering anything. But man, dude, I mean, this guy, he needs to be on every Venom cover from here on out. I mean, this is unbelievable. And I think I said this is giving me like kind of Violator vibes, with the prongs here coming out of his mouth. Yeah, no, he just absolutely crushed this, man. So, yeah, you've got a good book on your hands, and I think you're surrounding yourself with some incredible talent. So, this is so rad, dude. But
yeah,
MG says, sorry, go ahead, Drew.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say yeah, and what we got planned in the future for Unholy Nightmare. Yeah, just stay tuned. And wow, Riley Rossmo. Yeah, I guess this would be a close second compared to Riley Rossmo.
Yeah.
I will second Drew on what he has planned for the future of Unholy Nightmare, and I'm just gonna say issue 5. Like I can't wait. I can't wait to experience that.
Ooh, getting ahead of ourselves here.
We
All
are,
right.
but you know what? I'm just throwing that shit down.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I've already written the first 11 issues. I've said it I don't know how many other times. So yeah.
Yeah, we need a publisher to pick it up, start giving those bad boys to us, because we're ready for it. But speaking of creator-owned content and creator-owned books, here comes Calico issue number 8. Oh my gosh, the final issue. This cover is gut-wrenching, heartbreaking. I'm a cat guy, so seeing this is just like, hits me right in the feel, right in the feels. But yeah, no, Calico. Here comes Calico from HH Sigma Comics. The dude is crushing it with his books, and I cannot wait to see the success that he's going to have, and that he continues to have. Once again, sold out by Sunday. Sold out.
Yep. Early Sunday too. Like it was early afternoon. He was done.
He was gone. He was out of there. So.
Yep.
And this was gifted to me by a certain Drizzleberry Pop-Tart, and I look forward to reading that because I've not yet. And supposedly it's the best crowdfunded book out there. So I guess we will actually have to see. So what was next here? I'll try and go through these fairly quickly. Nemesis. Picked up the series. We were able to find that for a fairly decent price, like $20, $30 for the whole series. Pretty solid. Slain the Horn God from freaking The Biz himself. Gorgeous art. Simon Bisley is the king. So picked up, these are reprints, 3 issues of the 6-issue miniseries that was reprinted, for America, or for the US from 2000 AD in the UK. So new Nemesis series out soon. That's right. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Did they say who the artist is? Is it still Jorge, or is it someone else?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see. Some beautiful Adam Hughes Wonder Woman. This is how you do Wonder Woman right, not whatever Tom King's doing with Wonder Woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I picked up like 4 or 5 covers. I picked up a lot of his stuff because these are hard to find.
You want to know what's even more hard to find? His Adam Hughes, the Penthouse comics that he used to do back in the day. Those are the ones that are hard to find.
Hell yeah. X-Ray, aren't these cool? Yeah, these are some of my favorites. Oh, look what it is.
It is.
Kyle.
There it is.
What happened with this book? What are we looking at here?
You got a fucking steal is what you got right here on your hands.
Well, I mean, I did pick it out myself, and I took a look at it, and I said, I think it's fine. I think it's all right. So.
Yeah, it's all you. You spotted it. You knew. Yep.
The kid's all right. So, but
no, $100 for this, and this thing is pristine. You get a press on this. Oh man, high nines here with this for sure.
I think we said 9.4, 9.6.
Yeah, with a press, yeah, you get it to a 9.6. Yeah, that's well over $100 book.
Yeah, and there were spine ticks, but they weren't color breaking, which I was surprised, especially with kind of like some of the black on the page. So gorgeous looking book. We saw it on the rack, and everything was overpriced by what, $25-$50?
Yeah, around that range. Yeah.
And so instinctively, I just went, it's going to be too much money. But then we thought, oh, wow. How much did you pay for yours, Joshy Poo?
I'm trying to remember because I got the entire run. I don't know. I'd have to go back and
look. Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, so you actually probably paid even less than I did. Yeah.
Maybe. So,
dude, that's a steal for you too. Damn, this is the only issue I have of it. So, but yeah, that 1 through 16. These are tough to find. They also had the Warrior magazine, right?
Yes.
At that same booth, yeah.
Yeah, I was too busy. I didn't get a chance to go back to pick it up. I'm pissed.
Damn, that's all right. So yeah, no, this was so we saw it on the rack. I said, "Hey, is $100 worth it?" And we thought that it was going to be overpriced, but I had the guy take it off the rack, and I told Kyle, I said, "Look at this for me, because you're the grader. You're the kid, right?" So Kyle took a look at it, and he was like, "Dude, if you don't buy this book, I will slap you." So I was like, "All right." So
if I didn't have 2 already, I would have bought it, but I already have 2.
Yeah,
same.
No, it was a good pickup. I mean, $100 for like this issue changed the way people view comic books. Like,
yeah, and this is the issue to own. Like you want this cover. Yes.
You don't just read this comic, you experience it. And you don't just merely own that book in your collection. You treasure it. So once again, these were the shitty bags and boards from Crazy Comics. I unbagged and boarded all these because I was like, yeah, I'm going to rebag and board them in Mylar. So Art Adams cover once again. And then what was the... Oh yeah, here's the book that Kyle picked out. We talked about this one earlier. Kid's good. And then
sometimes
the one panel that's in there where it's
there
like,
it is.
Ah, yes, and we fight.
That's what you wanted.
One panel of action, and it's
over. One awesome song in that fight. Oh, it's so crazy.
You're gonna fight. Oh
no, robot shows up.
Oh no, a robot. Okay, all right, let's fight the robot now.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd, the number 1 issue, and I didn't realize that Brian Boland did the interiors. Look at this first page, man.
Well, here's the thing, Maxi Poo. A lot of these are taken from 2000 AD and were brought over, reprinted in America, and they were originally in black and white. They were recolored. They were colored here in America.
That's right. Yeah, and this looks so rad. I mean, this looks so pristine, and just it still holds up today. It's amazing.
To be honest with you, Mac, they look better in black and white. That's just my opinion. They
okay.
They are stunning in black and white.
I do agree with you with the Biz. With Simon Bisley, I think his stuff is better black and white.
Mhm.
So picked up the first appearance of Throg and the second appearance of Throg, Thor 364 and 365. And in 365, he actually takes the hammer and actually becomes Throg. So that's the first
Boom.
like image of Throg in the suit and out the outfit. So pretty cool. Once again, all these books were somewhere in a long box, you know. And then this was the Marvel 25th anniversary Thor Walt Simonson cover. I was like, yeah, why not? I'll pick it up. What else we got? These were just like dollar bin books, just like whatever. Team 7, Kill Audio, which is from Coheed and Cambria, Death Blow, Jim Lee. Let's see, Union, Mark Teixeira, Deathmate. These are, like I said, these are $1 books at best.
It
Here's
was
my
meant
original
to be
art,
a
guys.
death
Hey, there's
blow.
your commission.
A Death
Yay.
Blow. Oh, guys, look! I paid the $20 that I paid for my commission. It looks
Yeah.
just like the real one.
Yeah. It would have looked just like that. You know it. It would have been just as good. Just as detailed. Just as intricate. Just as much time spent on it. Oh, yeah.
I think I'm good with this one.
Yeah, I think you're doing just fine.
So, yeah, I'm going to hang this piece up in my room somewhere. I honestly should hang it above my bed because it is so freaking sweet. It's like coolest cover ever. And yeah, I could have either bought that for $20 or I could have bought his original art for $800, or I can buy the actual first printing comic for $3,000.
So did he bring any OA with him?
I don't think so.
No, just on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
that was it. Oh well.
That's where we saw those Marvel covers. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's where we saw the
Oh,
secret
yeah.
Marvel covers that no one
Right.
can see.
Yeah. So this is the last thing I'll show. That the poster, this art print was the last thing that I bought at the convention. That was it. That was it for me. But these actually came in the mail like last week. So I was like, oh, I'll show these off too, because these are pretty cool. Heavy Metal Magazine in the early 2000s reprinted a European comic called Requiem. Requiem is one of the most beautifully illustrated comic books I've ever read in my life. But this is Heavy Metal. This is, I think it's 10 issues of Heavy Metal Magazine. Some beautiful, hot, sexy covers, right? Early 2000s. These are kind of pretty hard to find. I paid about 120 for the set, so not too bad. But these were reprints, like I said, of, let me see if I can pull it up here. There it is. The European Comics Requiem, and I'll flip through some of these, but like, holy crap, man. Like the artistry in this is absolutely incredible. The story is a Nazi Germany soldier dies, goes to hell, and is reborn as a vampire. And they're like, they are in this like limbo. They're living in this limbo, and he has to find a way back to the love of his life, Rebecca. But the twist is that Rebecca is Jewish, and he is a dead Nazi vampire. So it's a wild story, and the artwork in this is just some of the best art I've ever seen in a book. I mean, it is just absolutely stunning. And these were the reprints from the French comic that was originally published in like the early 2000s as well. So, but yeah, super rad, like kind of gothic vibes.
Yeah.
I'd love to get more into it, but yeah, so just something kind of cool, something kind of random that, you don't see every day, that I was like, hell yeah, I got to get this. But yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. So Drizzleberry Pop Tart is going to be our last one for the evening. You got a ton signed, right?
Got a ton. I'm packing.
Packing heat.
let's see here. Yes, ladies say.
Yeah.
First one is Conan the Barbarian, #1. They got the 1 in 10.
Oh, dude, that thing is so gorgeous.
Yeah, check that out.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that. Yeah. What did he say on it? What did he write? Personalize
This
it?
is the age of high adventure. Jim
High
said.
adventure. Nice.
And
I'm so glad he signed that in red as well.
yes.
If he would have,
Oh, and no.
I mean,
no.
he's not. But if he would have been a douche knuckle and signed it in black, I would have been like, dude, what are you doing?
Bruh.
The amount of people I've seen sign stuff black on black, you'd be
Oh,
surprised.
no.
It's just,
Yeah.
You just don't
Oh,
understand it.
well, didn't Kyle get the Liefeld signature on the black? What happened? What was
Black
it
on
again?
black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remind me what it was.
It's the last.
It's like Chicago, but it's a comic
Yeah.
signature.
Ah,
Yeah, he does these specific covers for his whatnot streams, and so every night it's a different like one for was it Last Blood? Is that what it was? And it was a black cover, and so I got his chisel remark on it and blood, and I was like, oh, this will look cool with white and then blood. He did it in black on a black cover with red outline. I'm like, you're a fucking dipshit. Like, oh, I don't even understand. Like, you're a fucking artist, dude. Like,
he should
anybody with
know-
half a
he should
brain
know.
should know, but whatever.
Whatever. Oh well. R.I.P. Rip in peace.
Yep.
So what do you got coming up next?
I got Blood Strike 15 signed by the Splats.
Ooh.
Young Blood
This
Strike
is-
file.
Oh, that's a cool cover. Yeah.
Yep. Got Prophet Chromium signed.
Chromium. Love it.
And another Prophet.
Hell yeah.
Oh, another Prophet.
Ooh. I haven't seen that one, but that's cool.
Another Prophet.
Ah. X-Ray says you need more light in your room.
You know what's funny is that people keep saying it, but if you come over here, you'll see like every light is on in my place. I don't know why it looks so dark, but it's,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Oh, well.
I can't explain that. It's weird. Got another Prophet.
Oh, I love that. Love that issue. So rad.
And my last Prophet right there.
Very nice. Very nice.
And I got Agent America double signed. It's like, that's Vlad and Rob Liefeld.
Ooh, from Rob himself. Very nice.
Got the Fighting America preview. I think we all got the Fighting America preview now signed by
Yes.
Vlad.
Yeah. It's such a good book. It's so cool.
And I got the special Comic-Con edition Fighting American preview signed by Rob Liefeld and Platt.
That's got to be expensive.
Yeah, that was, I think, 50 or 60. I bought that on eBay.
Okay.
Another Fighting American.
Nice.
Another Fighting American.
This is like the whole series, right?
Yeah, I've got all 3 miniseries.
Okay.
And yeah, I got a bunch that weren't Stephen Platt involved, but I had to get some of the Platt covers.
Yeah, these are gorgeous, man. These are so rad.
The Dogs of War right there.
Now, would you have preferred these be Captain America, or do you not mind it being Fighting American?
I prefer them being Fighting American. I prefer
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I got Moon Knight 57.
Damn,
by-
that is sick.
Signed by the Splat. And I got Wizard 35. Signed by the Splat.
Yeah, buddy. With the poster, yeah?
Yeah, with the poster is in there. So yeah, I got.
Sweet.
So let's make sure that was signed.
Yeah, let's take a look here. See, yeah. Just for confirmation.
Yes.
Whoa! What are you trying to say? Look, I'm gay. I'm not a swindler.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's
Yep.
good that we double check your work, Josh. Yep, there it is. All right.
Yes. Yep.
Sure
Hey,
enough.
old Ronnie said it best: trust but verify.
Yes, agreed. Trust but verify.
And I got a couple more things. Oh,
Yeah.
I got this piece of OA from Gabriel Mangum as a thank you for hanging out and selling some books. The character Scud from back in the day, he did this.
Oh, that's sick, man. I like that a lot. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And he did this. He did a sketch on the back of it. I'm like, next time I see him, I haven't finished it. It looks like could be like a solid snake type thing. Like, hey, how do you finish that for
Ooh.
me?
I like it.
And see here. So, we did go comic book shopping, and I picked up the very first comic book I ever owned as a kid, and it was Adventures of Superman 453. I love this
Damn.
issue. This issue
That's
blew my
cool.
mind, and it still does to this day. What Superman goes through in this, I love it. This is the basis, just how you do it, and this is Jerry Ordway classic, and I'll never forget it. And,
How'd you find that one?
We went comic book shopping. Oh yeah, you had decided to leave on Sunday when we were still hanging out Monday. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so the booth that you bought your God, I almost said Mr. Miracle Man comic from, we went and visited the actual store. So
no way. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So it was really close then, huh? Or I guess close enough, but
Yeah, it was.
dude, damn, I'm kind of jealous. Y'all got to go to that store. Oh well.
All right, I got two left to show.
Hell yeah.
So we got Unholy Nightmare right there. We got the
Woo!
trip
Trip sign.
Trip signed. Now you'll notice if you open this up and you look at it, you'll see there's a colorist named Gene Jimenez on here. Gene did the colors in this book, and Gene is fucking amazing. He's been doing this since the 90s. Now, people have often compared our character Recluse to the character Arachnus from the 1990s. And wouldn't you know it, I found a copy of Arachnus #1 out in the wild.
No way.
But the even funnier part, when you look at the colorist here, and I did confirm this, colors for Arachnus was Gene Jimenez, who was the colorist for Unholy Nightmare.
Wow.
So, there you
That
go.
is so sick, man. What are the odds? You know how to find them, I guess. How cool. That's so rad that you guys were able to find those books, man. Especially that Superman book. I need to look that up again. That looks sweet.
Honestly, Max, you read this, it'll blow your mind. Just because it's Superman on an asteroid. He's oxygen deprived. He starts hallucinating, seeing General Zod. He sees the 3 Kryptonian criminals that he had just executed, and he sees Clark Kent, and he sees him as a guardian because and there was a point in this run where Superman, he had been exhausted, he'd been on patrol, the invasion had just happened, but he had been at night patrolling as the Guardian, this vigilante called the Guardian, and Superman hadn't realized that he had been just this other personality, just been out there, like what the hell, and he just deemed himself too dangerous, and that's why he left Earth and go into exile, because if he's doing this crap, he shouldn't be on Earth around other people.
Damn. Well, I love the Superman stories, so I will have to definitely go check that out, especially if it was your first book, man. That's super cool, and I'm glad you were able to find that. Was the store pretty well kept and everything? I mean, because their booth was gorgeous. Like their booth is by far the best one there in terms of comics. So
they're pretty organized.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, and plus for their prices, I mean, they had those $1 books. It was like hell yeah, or $2 books, I think it was. I always pick stuff up from them. So, well, awesome. Well, that should do it for our show and tell. For the last 30 minutes of the show, are you guys cool with me going over some pictures?
Sure.
Do
it.
This will be kind of our last segment here tonight, but our old Joshy Poo went to Twitter, the old twit twat, and he talked about the whole thing. So we first got to the Airbnb, and I mean the place was the tits. So thank you for getting this for us, man. And it was seriously so rad. I even commented on the color scheme. So
check.
And then this is us picking up these two jabronis. So we had picked these guys up from the airport, gave them a big hug, threw them in Josh's car, and took them away to the Airbnb. So this was us on the way there. And then, of course, the boys and I had to watch some Seinfeld. I mean, it wouldn't be a proper trip without doing so.
True.
But, yeah. So that was fun. Honestly, like and I know I've said this before, and I know it sounds gay or whatever, but like these moments of like the meetups, like and trips like this where you do conventions, like this is what I live for. Like
Yep.
these little moments on the couches and just hanging out, chilling with your friends. It's like that's some of the best times. So
Yeah, Seinfeld, Burn After Reading, and Madam Web were definitely
yeah,
highlights.
Yeah, I forgot.
those
Those
are the three.
Max, you hadn't seen Burn After Reading, right?
No, and I only really got to see little snippets of it.
But
So
you get to see some of the best parts with John Malkovich like losing his shit on Brad Pitt, which is
That's true.
hysterical.
that's true. Josh McDonald, do you want to tell us about some of your badges?
Yeah, I think Kyle said Kylie or Kelly or something too. So that
Yeah.
no.
anyways, Drew scored some press badges and then like misspelled everyone's name, but it was I didn't look.
That is
I
not
didn't-
my fault, but your names are spelled correctly. I don't know
Uh,
what eighth grader they got
Yeah.
to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice this until I started editing the photo for my stream.
No
And I was
way.
The fuck? But yeah, I mainly went with the exhibitor badge, which again, huge shout out to HH. I owe
Yeah.
you something. But
Yeah.
yeah, got the
The
badges.
man came in clutch with the exhibitor because, dude, you are treated like a king when you have exhibitor badges. Like
Yeah.
when you show your badge to someone, they'll be like, come on," and then you'll show them the exhibitor, and they'll go, "Oh, right this way."
Oh, right this
You
way.
know?
Anything we can do for you.
Please, yeah. Would you like a sparkling water, sir? It's like, yes, please. Actually, it's so nice. And then,
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any grey poop on?
yeah, no, really, it's that level of like fancy pants. You should walk around with a monocle with an exhibitor badge. People just treat you different, so it's nice. Feels nice, man. I remember the one woman was like, "If you're going through security, open your bag." Like she was just like not having it that day, and we're like, "We're exhibitors," and she's like, "Oh, okay, go ahead." Like she was just like she was over it. She's like, "Just go ahead." So.
Yeah.
This is us trying to get our exhibitor badges and not
Oh,
succeeding.
God, that was a whole production.
That was-
This is the face that Max gives you when you're making sure he knows you're talking shit about him.
when you're stalking me and I can see that you're stalking me, that's the face I will give you with the gay hand on the backpack. So yeah.
Ugh.
But Kyle and I were just like, what is taking so long with these exhibitor badges? So
Yeah.
No, they're
but
here, I
hey, we
swear.
finally the what?
It's like, they're here, I swear, they're here. They're like, we can't find them.
And they were like, "Who are you again? Who are you
What?
people?" Yeah.
Ugh.
But we finally got in. We actually got into the convention. This was Friday night with our exhibitor badges, showing them off, and we were actually able to hang out for a bit before we found the Space Marine video game, display, which is pretty sick. And Josh had to get a few pictures, and then a gay one of me actually wanting to get in the
Yeah,
photo.
but you
And
feel
then
so
this
accomplished.
stupid
You're like,
one.
I'm good.
And you proceeded
like,
to play
"Oh,
for 7
yay."
hours, and we're like, Max, we
Yeah.
have to leave.
Like,
Like,
Max,
no, I'm almost done, I swear.
Max, you haven't gotten past level 1. We have to go home. Because
Max,
just a few more
I finally
hours.
got it. I finally got the hang of it.
Yeah.
Honest,
Let it go. The fifth
Yeah.
grader has you beat. All right, just
Yeah.
forget
no,
it.
on a
really.
serious note, the game looks freaking rad.
It did look
So-
pretty fun.
Like actually legitimately the graphics and the gameplay look freaking amazing, dude.
Yep.
So yeah, so unironically this does look like a very very good game. So for all my video gamers out there, hopefully you guys will be able to play it and let us know. But Unholy Nightmare, Trip signed, or quad signed on a couple of these.
Well, it's 5 times. One is 5 times
times.
signed.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right. Here's the gang. Here's the Magnum gang at the booth with Drew. They finally got the copies. And then here's us at the booth as well, showing off the beautiful variant covers. So that was fun. Josh got to hang out with some of he ditched us for some of his friends. So I was like, all
Yeah.
right.
So if you know me from my Batman News days, this is Jay Yaws. So we were one of the two that helped start the comic book team there, and
Oh, nice.
Jay is one of my best friends, along with Andrew, and we've all stayed in touch. And Jay and I were both in Andrew's wedding, so
Wow,
close knit group. Yeah,
that's actually really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Here is the man himself, Jim Zub.
Oh,
This was he's like, guys, look, it's on my shirt. This was actually at the panel, so we got to hang out and listen to him. Here's Platt doing. This wasn't Kyle's remark, but this was someone else's.
yeah, that was a Wolverine remark.
Yeah.
So,
And then I looked at it and I was like,
X-Force? Was that X-Force?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
an X-Force cover, a modern book too.
Hmm.
I'd say within the past 10 years, maybe.
Hmm.
So there he is, HH, all sold out Sunday morning. He's like, sorry guys, but his booth still to this day is like one of the best ones out there.
Yeah.
The yellow on black just pops. So, and here is where we finally got to see Kevin, not Kyle.
That's right.
So here's Josh and I hanging out with X-Ray Girl and Tugs, which they were, well, actually X-Ray was
A little junky
he was
drunk.
gone. No junk.
When we got there.
Oh yeah, we sat down
Yeah.
with her and
At 6
Josh, what-
p.m.
Yeah. And you were like, have you been drinking? She's like, we pre-gamed before the meetup. And we were like, oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but we love our X-Ray and Tugs. They were such a fun highlight of the evening. Kyle and Drew got pushed out the door though. Do
Yes,
you guys
we
want to
did.
talk a little bit about that?
Oh man.
Ripa saw you guys and he is like, out. I don't want any detractors here.
Yeah, he saw us and he saw that crazy guy with the cape and mask, and I was like, wow, okay, I guess we'll go outside. Jeez.
Yeah.
Your guys were obviously with him, and I'm like, just because I'm a fat fuck and I look just like him doesn't mean I am with him. All right, take it easy. Jesus. But yes, I do hate Ripperverse, but
Oh boy.
no.
But yeah,
No, I don't know why we got pushed out, but it was just like everybody that's in this line go outside, and we're like, all right, I guess we're going outside.
But the funny part was that they didn't push Josh and I outside.
Yeah.
You guys are VIPs, of course not. No one would dare touch you, so they don't know who the
well.
fuck we are.
So like the plebs that you guys are, you guys
Yeah.
went outside and had to
The
stand out in
losers.
line. I genuinely actually felt bad because I looked over and your face, Kyle, was like, why the fuck am I in line for someone I don't even like?
Yes, yes. I'm like, is it too late? Can I just like steal the car and I'll just leave?
Yeah, you were close to just being like, I'm just gonna go home.
Yeah.
I'm not about this life. So and then poor Drew had to buy a shirt. Like he had to buy a Ripperverse shirt just to get in the door.
Yeah.
Because I guess they wanted him to purchase something in order to check out. It was so
Yeah.
weird. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened, but oh well.
Got your $7 or
Yeah.
$8 after asshole tax. I don't know.
At least it wasn't 40 like how much Yaira is.
Oof.
Thank God.
Josh, what do we got going on here? What do
I mean, it's probably the most fitting picture that was taken of me for the weekend, and it's all thanks to Cajun Corey with that Melanie Mac sticker that says "faggot."
Yeah, that it does. Everyone kept looking at it and they're like, what is that? And it's like, oh, Melanie Mac was here. And they're like, oh, she was? So
Yeah.
by the way, X-Ray Girl is sending Aaron her faggot sticker.
Yeah.
So because Aaron was like, wait, Melanie Mac was there? I didn't know that. And so X-Ray was like, oh, I'll just send it to you. So because she had plenty of them on her desk. So oh,
This
God,
is-
this
this
is
is-
the best.
A story and pictures of how Kyle was handling the Ripperverse meetup with only having one Long Island, in his system.
Kyle, do you want to speak on this? Because Josh and Drew and I laughed about this on Tuesday, but if you now that we actually have the man here, what's going through your mind right now? What are you seeing? How do we get into the mind of Kyle, not Kevin, at this point?
Man, there's so many things going on here.
Mm.
The line to get into the bar already pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because it's hot as fuck outside.
It's like 95 degrees out.
And I realize why I'm standing in said line, and I'm just like, what am I doing? What is my life? This is my life. And then you get to that line to stand in another line to get to the bar. So then I'm like 5 or 6 deep, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and they only had one bartender first.
One bartender
actually serving.
Who I found out was from another location, and they called in reinforcements. And she's like, I don't even know about this bar. I don't work here. And I'm like, that tracks. you could have fooled me. So I order stupidly one drink, and then so we go sit at a booth near the bar, and I'm like, all right, I'll have a drink. It'll be fine. And I'm starting to notice foot traffic increasing.
Yep.
And then I have like a lot, and I'm noticing this line to get to the quote unquote VIP section, and I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. And it's slowly creeping up on the side of us, and next thing you know, we are trapped in the booth.
We are trapped, and you can't. I mean, the picture doesn't fully show how close these people actually were. Like that guy's butt is maybe 2 inches away from Kyle's arm.
Yeah,
and if you couldn't tell, he's wearing a kilt.
And a tucked in shirt to a kilt with a belt.
He's got the Yaira shirt tucked in to the kilt.
Could you smell them?
Oh yes, and
some of them.
And I could, and the problem is where I'm at, I can see them coming, so I can see, 7 or 8 people deep, and I'm like, oh my god, this fucking asshole, like the whole time. And then, it's just one after another. I'm like, oh my god. Then we got this. Then we got a guy coming in to get a poster signed in the fucking frame in which the poster is in. He took it off the wall with the frame. I've never seen a moron do that before. I don't even know why that happened.
Yeah.
Would you say that he's almost as dumb as someone who would get their CGC slabs signed? Not the comics, the slabs signed?
No, not at all.
Oh, really?
Unless he was going to get his frame signed, maybe.
Oh.
But even still, a 27 by 40 frame as opposed to a CGC slab that could fit in a backpack, very different.
Yeah.
So
and then we had the wheelchair guy.
They had a wheelchair guy who was didn't want to be stuck in the kitchen.
Yeah.
According to his handler.
Yeah. What?
So it's the line that you see here. So we're at the very last booth at the end of the bar. So the line kind of comes up, and you see that it curves around, and then it goes to the other side of the bar, and then curves around again.
And this was just to see, was to see Ripa, the Soska sisters, Jay Drunk 3PO, Gary Nerdrotic, Melanie Mack, and the Geeks and Gamers crew.
Correct.
Yep.
But he couldn't fit on that other side, and they said they were going to have him either in the kitchen or move him somewhere else. And he's like, well, I don't want to be in the kitchen. Well, this man proceeded to tell every single person that's walking by or in line as they come up, because they're like, oh, do you need to get by? And then it's like him ranting. And then, 2 people later, oh, sorry, do you need to try to get by? No, I'm in line. Someone's saving my spot, but I can't fit over there. They didn't plan this out very well. My wheelchair doesn't fit. Where the line doubles up over there, and I can't fit. And they said I was either going to have to be in the kitchen or try to get over here. So we got back over here. But someone's saving my spot in line. They're saving my spot in line.
Yeah.
2 people later. Oh, no, I've got a spot in line. I was like, oh. Kyle's face was pretty much this.
I had one drink.
This one.
I had only one. I couldn't get any more.
Despite the fact that
got up. Until Max finally showed the fuck up, and it's like, hey, you're standing up. Go get me 2 drinks.
Hey, I'm making my rounds, okay? I'm a personality.
I know you got to press the flesh. You're so big and important. I understand.
I had a VIP golden bracelet that got me backstage, because of our status here. All right, so we're doing big things. So I
We
gotta
understand.
shake hands, kiss babies. I gotta be out there to promote our brand. So
Yep. The peons over here. I'm just wanting to slip my wrist, and unfortunately, I didn't have a utensil to do it with. The guy in the kilt didn't have anything, so
Yeah.
no. I think this is my favorite picture from the meetup. Like I genuinely, this is my favorite picture from not the meetup, from the weekend. I think this may be my favorite picture.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Would we say that, Josh? Is this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's a good one. It
It's
says
just,
so many things.
yeah, it's rooted. Like you could analyze this picture for years and just like there's so much subtext. I love it. I can't stop looking at it. But
Also,
X-Ray Girl says I feel like I caused this.
no,
no, you didn't,
No.
X-Ray. No. But
no, shocking. I mean, you weren't obnoxious to the point where I wanted you to get up and leave. It was almost to the point where it's like, all right, we're good, but you hit that threshold where it's like, all right, you're still fine. But you
Yeah.
were itching to the point where it's like, all right, I'm done now. Thank you for
Yeah.
your time. But
Too
no,
funny.
it was still good. So,
Yeah. I also think that this was the point at which Kyle began to understand Corey. I don't know. Why are these pictures not showing?
I don't know. What's wrong with your computer, Max?
I don't know.
wait,
What's
what
wrong
is
with your
is
Twitter,
Eric,
Josh?
Is Eric
There we
July
go.
literally trying to block you right now?
Probably.
He found our
There we go.
stream. But yeah, no, Kyle and Corey were talking to poor Lila like she's a little child.
Well,
You
she
guys were
walked
just
up
like,
to them,
"Oh,
and she
really?"
was pretty drunk herself.
Nah,
So
that's true.
she's walking up, all like 3'9" of herself, going, "Y'all want to do a video for Chrissy?" And then Kyle's like, "Chrissy, who's Chrissy?" She goes, "Chrissy," and he's like, "Chrissy who?" And she goes,
You're like-
"Chrissy Mayer."
Oh my
I was like, okay.
And then they did it.
You're like little girl. Do you have a parents with you? Do you
Yeah,
have,
but
actually?
where are your parents at?
Her dad was there, so
That-
Shocking.
The best was right before. Go back 1 second.
hmm.
Before this, Kyle had been like, "Dude, I can't talk to Corey anymore. I don't understand what he's saying. I can't hear him. I just keep saying what, and I feel I'm just fucking over it. I'm done. I can't understand what he's saying. I can't do it."
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then we all make our way from the booth to the outside patio, and I would say Kyle's like 5 or 6 Long Islands in at this point, and Kyle just walks right up, and Corey says something, and Kyle goes, "Holy shit, I'm drunk enough now that I can understand you." And then they just gab for like the next hour and a half. Like they just in their spot, just talking.
Yeah.
So,
It was great.
And I
It was hilarious.
honestly could. That's the
You
crazy
could.
thing. I seriously could understand every word he said, and I'm like, is this like a superpower that I just unlock a part of my brain? What happened?
That is wild. Ugh, too funny. Man, I need to get more drunk then next time, I guess. Shoot.
Yeah.
And then this was the start of Josh being a little creeper
I don't know what
because
you're talking about. Oh, hold on. I won't say what X-Ray had said during this time because those are things that friends keep within them or amongst themselves. But I am not even remotely creeper status. Yeah. Oh, I got caught. Tugs caught me.
Tugs caught you trying to get a picture of this young lad here.
Yeah, that was the security guard.
Who they were doing a good job, man. They did a great job at that night.
So before this, guys, you didn't get the photo of him. The guy, I keep forgetting who the guy's name was. He's the one that called AOC, called her a big booty Latina.
Oh yeah,
Alex Stein.
Alex
Yep,
Stein.
he was there.
Time
He showed up. He was holding hands, shaking babies, and he called it a night.
Yeah, I got to give him credit because even though he's doing the political stuff, like he comes out and hangs out with the nerds, so it's kind of funny to see him there because
his girlfriend was annoyed. She didn't want anything to do with it, which is pretty hysterical.
No. I mean, Alex Stein is a troll anyway, but like when he comes to these meetups, he like genuinely wants to be there. Like he's not trying to cause anything. Like he just wants to come and hang out because like he's really good friends with Ryan and Gary and those guys. But like, so he came by and was like, you know, hey, what's going on, everyone? I mean, he's still a loud troll, but he genuinely was having fun, and so it was cool to see him. But Lila has been co-hosting a show. That's cool. I didn't know that, Rizkit. That's dope.
Nice.
I like Lila a lot. I think she's you know, she's got a good head on her shoulders, so and she's pretty based as hell. So speaking of based, well, your take isn't based, but I mean, you look pretty based with the sunglasses on at Whataburger and 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's just I mean, how do we even introduce this video?
It was Kyle's first time having Whataburger. Max had made it very clear he cannot leave Texas without having Whataburger.
Yeah.
Max wouldn't shut up about it. Now this was going
Hey,
on.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it. Watch it. Proceed. I'll let
You
proceed.
wanted Whataburger pretty much since Drew and I got in the car when we got out of the airport. You're like, we got to get Whataburger. You got to get Whataburger. We got to get it. We got to get it. We won't get it. I'm going to be very upset. The weekend's going to be ruined. So that's all you were talking about.
Whoa. Okay. Now we're putting words. I said no true Dallas trip or Texas trip is complete without having Whataburger. I never said I'd get upset, but no, you want to gaslight, and that's all right.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yep. And I was like, I've never had it. I will be more than happy to partake. If you're saying it's great, if you're saying you have to have it, it's like, okay, cool. I'm excited for it. So that's what led to
Us
my
getting
take.
it. Yeah.
Now, I would say most fast food generally is best consumed whilst drunk.
Whilst inebriated, yes, correct.
Yeah. I generally tend to appreciate it more. Now, I haven't been this drunk in a very, very long time.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like,
I've never ever seen that. So yeah.
so I was excited for that. I'm like, there is nothing better than this. So
Yeah.
oh man, I was so excited.
Are we eating
let me-
or not? When the fuck are we going to Whataburger?
Yes. Yeah. Well, let me just say how fun it was to see you kind of let loose and just get drunk
Yeah.
and have fun with the boys. You know, like
Yeah.
that was genuinely a lot of fun.
Can I say the best thing about drunk Kyle at the meetup though was him
Oh.
starting up random conversations with people he didn't know, trying to convince them why ISOM isn't that good.
Like a true detractor.
And
At the balls, yeah.
Yeah.
And most people agreed
yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
great. When you got to really talk to them away from everybody, they were kind of like, It was all right.
No, I genuinely believe that like if you some of the individuals there are a little too autistic to like, you know, but if you genuinely like sit down with someone and have a conversation with them and say like genuinely, what about the dialogue or what about the writing or what about the plot or the characters? Like when you break it down, most people will go like, no, listen, it's not that great, but I still just want to support Eric. And that's fine. But just the fact that they come to the conclusion of like, this isn't, it's not the best thing ever. Right.
Right.
So
I didn't talk to anybody in a Yaira shirt tucked into a kilt. So I didn't get the full experience,
or anyone who had my 3D asset shirt on. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh.
Nobody like that.
No.
Can we I need to know, are all kilts bad or just the like canvas khaki Old Navy looking kilt that home dude is wearing?
Yeah, that
It's
one
the
wasn't
kilt.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no, and it was like
tactical.
pleated. What the
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
There was a lot wrong with it.
Yeah. If you're gonna wear a kilt, you got to go hard, like with the sporran, which is the pocket at the front. You got to go like all out. But this dude just kind of went with the tactical. Like I'm gonna be casual up top, but tactical down low. It was an odd choice. It was
a bad choice all around.
Your face said it all. So
yeah.
But late night Whataburger, yeah, it's awesome. Lone Star, yeah, you'll have to come with us next time, brother, because we would have loved to have you as another voice of reason. We did get him to try the spicy ketchup, and that was when things changed. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
We still haven't even seen what his original take was, though.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Okay, so but before we watch that, Jack says, I still can't believe he charged $75 for that shite you were reading a few streams back. Oh, believe me, I almost brought it to him to have it signed. So
You should have.
it would have been. I would have had to sit in that line though, man. I would have never seen you.
You're a
guys, so.
VIP. Are you kidding me? There's no lines for you.
For Eric July though, he doesn't know who I am. Gary and I know each other, but Eric has no idea who I am.
Gary would have ushered you through and been like,
Watch it. X-Ray says that was a magical moment for me finally eating Whataburger. That's true. Well, X-Ray ordered everything on the menu, and that was pretty funny.
So
She dropped half of it, but yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This was the most fun I had after hours since I was in the military. This is going back like a decade or so. This is the most fun I had. Just like I seriously felt like I was like 25. Again, just like hanging out with buddies, just after a night at the club and just getting junk food and crashing and waking up early butt crack of dawn the next day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Lone Star talking about having Whataburger for breakfast. Their breakfast slaps. Their taquitos. Oh
yeah.
And then Drew actually, you can get it at 11 p.m. starting at 11 p.m. And sometimes when you're drunk, that's spot on.
Yeah, it's super good. So yeah, because I always remember in college we'd leave the bar and all the guys would get burgers and all the girls would get the honey butter chicken biscuit, and they'd all just love saying it, the honey butter chicken biscuit. So and that's what we'd all eat at 2:00 in the morning. Like Whataburger is best when it's at 2 in the morning. So but yeah, so all right, well, let's see what so we did this like how we do comics. We said, Kyle, what is it? Is it a recommend? Is it a meh? Or is it a skip? And so Kyle gave us his review of the Whataburger.
So Kyle, what is the verdict?
It's the most basic bitch burger I think I've ever had.
I can be cool too.
Can you?
Yeah,
This is the basic of bitch of burgers I've ever had. And that's fine if that's where you're from. If you're okay with this, that's great. If you're a real man and you want a real burger, you can come and talk to me.
I love the hand. That's fine. That's fine. But if you're a real man, like, oh man, so fucking funny, man. That shit just had me like, my stomach was splitting from laughter. So why are my DMs up? So I also got a kick out of this because I didn't know that Josh had taken these pictures. So like these are also, you know what? Actually, it's a toss up. It's between this picture, which is my favorite of the weekend, or this picture. I don't know which one I like better. I genuinely don't. Oh man. It's so funny.
It's almost like God's trying to send a message.
I gotta say this.
Go ahead.
Now I gotta say, Drew, do you think Gary and them guys good at photos as we did during this time? I don't think so. I think they got good photos with fans, but like crazy fun photos like this, I don't know.
I am always looking for those candid photos to take.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah. And you nailed it with you and Drew nailed the candid photos this weekend.
The best was this photo. So one, Max didn't get his milkshake, and then he also dropped his burger. So I think he was just in a state of depression. So he was gonna at least cling on to the fact of, I'm gonna get my milkshake. So he walked up there to the counter and waited, and then kind of like got in this position and was standing there and not moving. Like he was not it was a statue. And I like told Drew, I was like, look at Max, he looks so sad. And he just keeps standing there. So I'm like, I got to take a picture. So I whip my phone out, take a picture. And then he proceeds to stand like that for another minute. And then when he does move, he does this. And I was like, snap, he's praying for that milkshake.
Praying for that milkshake. Gosh dang it. I love, yeah, the commentary is what makes it even more fun, because like the sad Max with the tear and then the praying for that milkshake, I lost it. I was laughing so hard. But because I genuinely look like, Lord, please just get me this milkshake. Please.
All I want.
That's all I'm asking for. Okay. Man.
Can you do me a favor and go back to one of the pictures of Kyle eating the burger with the glasses on?
Yeah.
Go over one. Okay, maybe it's in the when you're watching the video, I don't know if you guys saw, there's a black gentleman in the background. Yeah. In the background back there, you'll see a black gentleman. So that's actually one of the Whataburger employees that was on his lunch break. And there was another black female that was on her lunch break.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
And we're all coming in and doing all this. And right after Kyle does this little bit, he then turns and looks at them and he goes, Don't y'all hate white drunk people? We're so obnoxious, right? And they're just looking at us and he goes, right? You can say it. It's fine. Yeah, we're obnoxious. We're obnoxious. Just like, oh God.
Gosh, dang it.
I could feel their contempt.
Yeah, they were judging us. No.
It was, I will say, the staff was actually really, really good.
They were amazing. For us being idiots, yeah.
Yeah, and they brought you a whole burger without you asking.
A whole nother burger. Yeah, that was, even though I ate the first burger.
And then you didn't eat the good burger. It was
and then oh well, but no, it was, yeah, this was a blast. We were the only white people there. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but we were the only white people there. So
everyone else was black and Mexican.
Yeah. But here's the crew. See, these are the pictures that I like to take, whereas Josh likes to take these ones. So
look, we balance each other out to help tell the story of the weekend. That's why I stole some of your pictures. Yeah.
Because like, you see this picture and you go, oh, look at that good group of people. They probably have everything, they look like they're put together. But then Josh is like, nope. This is the realism, this is what people want to see, the behind the scenes. So, because everyone sees this on Instagram and social media.
Yeah.
No one sees sad Max. No one sees,
And look, these are the pictures that I'm showing. We always have the pictures and our videos that cannot be released on the internet, unfortunately. So
the videos that you don't show, oh boy, those are something else. You'd have to pay like $100 on OnlyFans or something for those. No,
that's
I'm kidding.
Right.
And then the boys bought me some birthday presents. At the comic shop that they went to.
What does that description say at the top of that book? As a metaphor for transness, Galaxy the Prettiest Stars, refreshing, original, and fun. So perfect for you, Max.
Gosh, you guys are so considerate. Thank you so much.
We try.
Did y'all notice that the DC logo is actually the trans flag too?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the trans pride flag. It's not the trans flag. It's the pride flag with trans added. Yeah.
You're right. I'm a bigot. I'm sorry. I completely. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then one of my favorite books from this past year, Sainted Love by Steve Orlando.
That's right. If you want gay orgies, that's your book.
It is just a gay porn book. So, which, I mean, hey, if that's your thing.
And I'm straight now.
And Josh turned straight. What was it? Was it the Conan books? What
probably. Probably.
All right. That's fair. Tits and clits. Nice. Dang. What a weekend. So the last thing I have to share though is I gotta show this because no one believed me, but as we were trying to leave the event that night and Josh was summoning the best summoning all of us together and like trying to get us in the car, I kept leaving because I kept being pulled away by people, or X-Ray would go run off somewhere, and Josh was being as patient as he possibly could be because he was our DD. He was our dad for the night. Kyle is talking to some guy about Bear Pirate Viking Queen and won't shut up about how he needs to watch the channel and everything. And
You're
Kyle's
welcome.
Kyle's like, "You made one more subscriber tonight," and I was like, "He was already a subscriber." And you
And
just
he
said, "Well,"
stayed there. You're
and
welcome.
you kept him. You're welcome. So. I keep drifting away, but then you say things like orgies. Ooh. Josh is the best. He is the best. So, so as Josh is trying to herd this group of, cats, I had to leave because I was pulled into a punching competition.
That's right.
So this happened, and none of y'all actually saw it, but it was recorded, and I'll play a little bit of it.
Here we go. Let's go.
So for context, this is Fear the Beardo from the Geeks and Gamers crew, myself, and I think his name is Brandon, and he is the
Brandon.
Ripperverse operations manager. So he got good, really getting into it.
Oh, what is that?
All right, pretty decent, pretty good.
No, that's bullshit.
Hold on, Brandon just punched it.
Damn. All right.
Brandon got it. Let's go. Look at that new high score. Max, let's go, Max.
All right, pretty solid. Not too bad.
Steph.
9-10 early.
I love how Steph is egging him on. You beat Beardo. And he's like, no, that's bullshit. But I think we get to see Eric here in just a second.
Uh-oh.
So Eric later talked about this, and Eric said I think on a live stream, he said that all of us were pitching. So we were using it like we were rearing back, and then we were like throwing a punch. Eric just kind of does like a actual, like a right hook, like a Mike Tyson right hook. So he was saying, "Oh, no. It was, I actually did it right because none of y'all were doing it right." And I was like,
So he talks about his bitch punches like he talks about his bitch comics. Is that what you're saying?
Coping
and stealing. Lone Star Wolf saw it. That's right, baby. That's right. Yeah, X-Ray says, I love Brandon. I'm impressed. Well, thank you. You know what? I didn't even warm up. I gave him my best shot, and then we went to Whataburger. But hey, I had to show off my McMap skills from the Marine Corps, so why not? But so he did beat Beardo though. So Beardo then later, I think he finally got like 920 or something. So he was up there, but 910 or 920. But so it was a fun time. So that was where I was, Josh. I was defending our honor for the MVP channel.
That was where you were for like 5 minutes during one of those times.
Yes. And then I left again to do something else, to sign a poster or something. So
yeah, the best though was Kyle getting pissy because he was ready to eat. And then when I finally did have everyone and this is after Kyle had already approached me on like 3 different occasions and was like, and I'm not joking, are we fucking eating or not?
Yeah.
And that was like, I know, like I'm trying to get people. So I finally get everyone, and this is when Kyle's talking about the bear pirate princess queen, whatever the fuck it's called. Kyle has already acknowledged the fact that Max just disappears, so like we need to find him. So I've got the whole group, and I go up to Kyle, I'm like, hey, I've got everyone here. We've got like a 30-second window that we need to leave. And he goes, okay, hold on. And he starts talking about this book and then I proceed to tap him on the shoulder like this, like, I don't think you understand. Like, this is not computing. And I'm just tapping and I'm tapping, and I know I'm pissing him off, but I need him to turn around. And he turns around. I was like, we need to go. And I turn around, and both X-Ray and Max are gone. Nowhere to be seen. And I spend, and I'm not joking, 20 minutes going through the bar, trying to get down by Gary's section, looking by the tables, coming back up by the bar, going out on the patio, being like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, I'm going outside. So I go outside to see if X-Ray sniffing cigarettes. See Stephanie. I see
It's not a
Steph,
euphemism.
and I'm like,
that is real.
No,
is
it
real.
was nothing more. Yeah.
Yeah. I see Steph, and I'm like, I have you seen Max or X-Ray? Look, she's X-Ray. I promise. I think it's the funniest fucking thing. It's just a great story to tell. I was like, have you seen Max or X-Ray? I cannot find either of them. And she's like, oh yeah, they're over here talking, and they're over here sitting on the curb of the street, not even the parking lot, but the street, drunk as fuck, just having like their little conversation. With their knees all tucked up in their chest, just sitting on the curb.
Yeah,
So
we
we
were
went
having a
and-
heart
yeah.
to heart. We were I was having a smoke, and I didn't want to blow smoke in everyone's faces. That's rude of me. That's not nice
Yeah.
of me to do.
But yeah, I
so-
blame Kyle for that one. Like, we could have actually gotten away, but he had to talk that comic. So
That's true.
thanks a lot, Kyle.
You're
Kyle
welcome.
just had to talk to that one guy. So
Yeah,
thanks,
know,
Kyle.
talking
when
the
you're
man,
compelled-
bear, pig, violent
Yeah,
Viking
you're,
queen
you're,
man.
you're compelled. The Lord compelled me. I felt the need to speak the gospel.
Yeah, I believe
yeah.
it. So
I
but
know
yeah.
I sound bitchy telling the story. I tell it because I do think it's funny, because I feel like it is a I Love Lucy episode, like in real life. Of
Yes,
just
100%.
like it was the timing of it was perfect. Like, it literally me being like, in the moment, me being like, where the fuck did he go? Like, how does this happen?
Oh, I love it so much. No, seriously, and you were such a trooper. You were being super patient, and I have fun listening to that story because I couldn't even imagine what was going on, because I was just a golden retriever, because like people would just pull me away and I'd be like, sure, why not? I wasn't even thinking about going to eat food until Kyle just kept looking at me. I was like, when the fuck are we going to eat? And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, because I said, if we're going to be here any longer, I'm getting 2 more drinks, and you're carrying me out of here.
Oh, that's right.
I am at
You
my
were-
limit. I know
you
my
were at
limit,
the
and I'm there.
Yeah, you were at the threshold of like, if you have just a sip more, you're done.
Because that was the point that I was saying no. Like, I was cutting. I was like, no, we're not throwing up in my car. It's no
in your
more drinks.
3-day-old car. You're
Yeah.
literally
And-
brand new 3-day-old car. Yeah.
And fast forward like 40 minutes later, and Kyle's getting upset because he could have had 2 more drinks, and I'm like, no more drinks.
Kyle doesn't even realize that he met Gary. So we were outside.
I know.
It was like, it was Josh. No. It was Kyle, Drew, and I, and we're outside just talking. And I think you were giving me a hard time or something. You were like, this burger better be the fucking best thing I've ever eaten or whatever. And Gary comes walking by, and I'm like, Gary, have a great night. We'll see you soon. And Gary had just bought the entire Chris Claremont run from Giant Size X-Men to X-Men like 200. I forget which.
I think it
number
was 279, 280, right around there.
Yeah. And he didn't buy it for himself, actually. He bought it for his youngest son who just graduated. So he was like, I'm going to pass this off to my son. And so I was like, hey, congratulations on the new X-Men run. That's a huge thing. And I hope your son likes it. And Kyle goes, the fuck did you buy, or something like that? And Gary's like, yeah, I bought the whole Chris Claremont run, and starts talking. So then Gary goes off into the night and, goes home. And Kyle was like, was that Gary? I was like, yeah, that was Gary. So yeah, you met him. You didn't even realize you met the Nerdrotic. So
The Nerdrotic. Oh, man.
yeah,
Royalty. Didn't even get a chance to get a picture.
didn't even get a chance to kiss his ring. So
Next time, baby.
next time. But yeah, once we did get to Whataburger, I also thought it was funny that you ordered so you were adamant about ordering what I ordered so that if it was bad, you could give me shit for it. So
Correct.
And I also asked, what do you order? Like, what is the thing? What do I
Right.
order here? Because you would then come back and say, well, you didn't order the right thing. You're supposed to get this. It's like, no, I don't want that. I'm like, you tell me what do I get.
Yeah.
That's why I did that.
I told you what I get. And
Yeah.
that's when you were like, well, if I'll just get what you get. And that way, if it's shit, I can tell you.
Exactly. That's sound
Oh,
logic.
man. All I know is that a lot of these YouTubers are shorter than I would think.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's Hollywood is the same way. So
Yeah. But which is funny because everyone thinks that I'm short and then meets me and they're like, oh, okay.
they think you're short.
Yeah, like I guess just because of the room, like even the room here, people think that this bookshelf is like right behind me. This is like 6 feet, 7 feet behind me. This is like a 12 by 12 room. So it's like a bedroom size. So I don't know. Camera depth is weird. People are like, oh, you look tiny. So
I didn't think you were short. You were a little bit taller than I thought you were.
yeah, I guess that's fair. But but yeah, no, I mean like people think that like Gary's a taller guy, but people think that Eric July is like 6'2". It's like, well,
Yeah,
no.
I saw him
think
for a brief second at a table, and I'm like, damn, he's pretty short.
Wait, you mean when he kicked you out? Is that when you saw him?
Yeah, I think when I gave him the finger and said "fuck you," and I was like, "No, the black guy
double
behind
bird?
you." I was like, "No, never mind, that's you."
I think I've referenced this before, but the person that I was the most shocked at their height, and I literally said no fucking way when I met them in person, is Dog the Bounty Hunter, who is shorter than I am.
Oh my god.
He's shorter than you?
He is 5'7", and that's with shoes and his poof.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's like Kane Hodder. Holy crap. Because Kane Hodder's
Yeah.
a short dude.
And he's got a complex about it. He'll wear the lifts in the giant stiletto boots he wears.
Oh my god. You told me about that, man, and that still blows my mind.
Look, if you don't believe me, just Google Dog the Bounty Hunter height, and he's 5'7". I swear to God.
That makes Beth even funnier, that her like boobs are like up to here and then like him is like this short like squatty guy. I believe you, Josh, but I just like when you like the television show makes him look like he's 6 feet.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I know.
That's wild. Well, that's like Tom Cruise too, but all right, let's see.
That's a lot of apple crates they got carrying around with them.
5'7". Dwayne Chapman. Look at that.
And when I tell you, when I was standing next to him, he was in his boots and he's got his little poof. And I was taller than both of those. Like all that combined, I was still like edging him out. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is sad.
That he must like never take pictures with people then.
No.
So that it doesn't ruin the illusion.
Yeah, we're gonna just stand like 2 feet behind him.
Yeah.
That too, yeah.
The one guy who shocked me when I saw him in the movie, I didn't really realize how short he was until I saw him, was Mickey Rourke. In Iron Man.
Yeah.
Watch Iron Man 2 when he's being drugged away by security on that Formula One racetrack, and you could just see just how short his legs are. It's like,
oh really?
Oh shit! I didn't realize how short this dude was. Damn.
Damn.
Well, all that being said, did you guys have a favorite moment of the weekend? Like, including the convention, the meetup, the times at the Airbnb, like, was there like a favorite moment or no?
I mean, and again, not to be gay or anything, but I do genuinely think what I enjoyed the most was just our time hanging out together and, cracking up and jokes and whatnot. For me, that's kind of what makes it's what makes it. It's what I loved about when I was working San Diego every year. Not only did I love getting to meet up with the crew that from Batman News, but also just other either creators or other people in media. That was the one time of year we got to see these people. So for me, that's what's worth it. You know, we do this every week. You know, we're on the stream every Sunday or Friday or Tuesday or whatever it might be. And that's cool and all, but there's just something different about all of us being able to be together in the same room, have a beer, you know, eat some food together, and you know, just kind of pick up with things like it hadn't been a year since we saw each other. So for me, that's the best part.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's always cool to go to those conventions and meet, you know, like meet artists and creators, and you know, as well as see the YouTube personalities and hang out with them and stuff. But it's those small little moments that you get with like the people that you love, the friends that you're like, man, this isn't, you know, like I think we talked about it when we were hanging out, but it's like these aren't just like our, you know, employees or peers or, you know, coworkers. Like these are like genuinely my friends. And I think when that switch happens where it's like from YouTube to like real life friends, like you view these meetups a lot differently. And that's something that I've really appreciated is like, oh wow, like these guys are genuinely like brothers, you know, and it just, yeah. So I would agree. It's those little moments, those like watching, sorry. Yeah, it's those little moments of like watching Seinfeld and stuff that are like, yeah, this is what it's about. This is what is worth it. So yeah, not have to censor ourselves, right? Like that's another good point. Here in California, I have to watch what I say, but around you guys, we can drop the F-bomb, and Kyle's throwing around the N-word all the time. So I mean, yeah.
Also, I was going to say it was a pleasure to meet Risket. So
yes, absolutely.
I had to send him a message. I wish I would have gotten more time with him because he was chill as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was cool.
Yeah, Don, you should have been there, man. We would have loved to have you there, and we would have loved watching Seinfeld with you. So, but yeah, Kyle and Drew, any favorite moments or anything? They're just similar sentiments.
Yeah, I would say one. I have two of them. One was probably when we were having breakfast together. Probably that Saturday morning breakfast burritos, everything. That was amazing. And the other was when I finally got to crack open my books. Got to open from the case.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are for me. Those are the two moments for me.
Yeah, that I couldn't even imagine how great that feeling must be of working so hard on something and finally getting to be able to open it and sell it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, open it, sell it, and just be able to hold it. It's tangible, finally.
Yep. Yeah. Hell yeah. Kyle, I know you don't have feelings, but like if you could generate something, did you have anything?
Leaving was nice.
God, finally. Thank
Get
you.
the fuck out of here. No, honestly, meeting you guys because I am an asshole and I am a lot to put up with. I understand. And it's one of those, yeah, we talk, we hang out on YouTube and everything, but like it's a completely different energy when you're in a room with somebody.
Yeah.
And the last thing I wanted was that, like, oh fuck, like I don't fit in here at all. Like this is gonna be a long weekend.
No, yeah.
And you know that's always in the back of your mind. Like, you know, what if there was never a lull in the conversation or anything. There was never like awkward, like, oh shit, like this is getting weird. Now that may have been when I was completely hammered and I don't remember, but I don't remember. But no, I just think honestly, us being together and you know it's genuine when we can all share the same space and start a weekend and end a weekend, you know, generally the same area and not be like pissed off or somebody's like, oh fuck,
Not
this
wanting
asshole.
to, not wanting to kill you.
Yeah. Now you may not want me back next year, and that's fine, but we can deal with that in a year from now.
I had a blast. Kyle had a knack. Okay, so the few moments that Kyle wouldn't just you know, go without a filter and say what he wanted to say, there were plenty of times that he would just look over at me and I'm like, don't you fucking dare, because I'm gonna start laughing in an inappropriate moment.
Most of the time, it was when I said something gay, and then Kyle would just look at Josh and be like,
Not even that. Look, because Drew doesn't even know this. When Drew was on the phone with USPS, Kyle sitting there and would
"Oh
be like,
no."
and just glance over and just have a look. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna make me fucking laugh, and I'm gonna look like an asshole right now that I'm laughing that Drew doesn't have a comic. Like, stop, man.
It's a good
This
time.
guy's like,
It was
yeah,
a good time.
this guy's like this guy's delivering like some of the worst news that Drew's ever heard, and then and Josh
But I'm
and
on the
Kyle are
couch
over here.
trying
Just,
to like not
yeah.
bust out laughing. Oh,
Yes,
man,
trying
it
to
was so
bribe
bad.
federal employees, which is a federal crime. It's like, please continue down this road.
oh man,
Oh man.
I think I was upstairs at that point.
Yeah.
I was-
Yes,
You
you were
were.
changing.
You were
and
showering.
We forced you to
Oh,
change.
that's right. You were changing because you couldn't wear. Wait, what?
Where were we going? We were doing something really stupid, and you're like, no, I can't be seen. And
Oh, we
we
were
were
gonna
going to
go to the
breakfast.
grocery
Yeah, we were gonna-
store,
yes, and you're like, no, I
Was it-
gotta
oh.
change.
or was it breakfast?
No, we're going to Kroger. I think we're going to Kroger,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Oh
think
no,
we
it
went
was
to the-
breakfast because we had
Breakfast,
breakfast
then
and then went to Kroger. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Max,
and you're like,
Max
oh,
had
I
like,
can't be seen in this.
yeah, Max had changed into comfy clothes. He got dressed to go pick up Kyle and Drew, and then we got to
Yeah.
the house, and then he changed into comfy clothes, and then we were, and this is one of those where he got a check mark, by the way.
Yeah, this
And
was
then we
a big
decided we were
check
going to get breakfast at a diner, and he is like, "Oh, I can't wear these clothes at the diner."
We're
Hey,
like, what? It's a
and
fucking
guess-
diner.
And guess what? When we went to that diner, I saw one of my old Marine Corps gunnery sergeants. So it's a good thing I changed because he would have been like, Max,
And
what
you
the hell
were
happened?"
wearing a shirt with a broken fucking heart on it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm a broken-hearted boy. What can I
wearing your
say?
heart on your
God.
sleeve, almost literally, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm an emo kid at heart, so
Uh-huh.
I listen to The Cure and watch The Crow on weekends.
I like the Crow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
The
it's a good
Crow's
movie.
awesome.
Yeah.
No,
what
no,
about-
no. He's watching the Edward Furlong Crow movie. Yeah, those
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that
what he's
one
watching.
is hysterical.
no. Best comic that we picked up this weekend. What was the best
Unholy
comic
Nightmare.
that we pulled? Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Pick up. So not a book I got signed, but a book I picked up.
I guess you could say which book you liked that you got signed to.
The one I paid $200 fucking for.
Well, is it really your favorite, or are you just saying that because you had to pay $200 for it?
It's my favorite for sure. The best book I've ever
Well,
spent
then-
money on.
I would have to say that Avengers Annual 10 is my favorite too. So
There you go. See?
X-Ray, we love you too. Thank
We
you
do.
for hanging out with us tonight.
I know I showed it earlier, but this genuinely is one of my favorites. It's got one of my favorite moments with Nightwing and Babs.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I love Nightwing so much as a character. And it's Greg Land art on the interiors, Chuck Dixon writing. It's just a nice issue.
Yeah.
So
That is a really sick book. I like that. That was a good find, man. I'm glad you were able to grab that.
and the sentiment of that book too, you know, for people that don't read comics, like Barbara's paralyzed. She hasn't done anything remotely like swinging on a trapeze since not being Batgirl. And he gets her on a trapeze just so she can have that sensation again and that feeling of, you know, you can still experience it. You can still do things. And yeah, well, good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Back when writing was good.
Yeah.
Back when writing was good.
Yeah. Thanks, Chuck Dixon, the
Thanks,
king.
Chuck Dixon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean that Miracle Man book is a pretty sweet key. I think that might be my favorite book of the weekend.
I'd say
The,
so.
the,
It
the
should
price
be.
on it, the price on it was good. Yes, the one that Josh is showing off. The price on it was good. It's in a beautiful condition. It's like one of the quintessential, like when you think of comic books that changed the industry. I mean, that's one of them right there. I showed Gary at the meetup, and I said I picked this one up, and he was like, "Dude!" Even he was stoked. He was like, "This shit was this was like the cool shit before Garth Ennis, before The Boys, before any of that like really edgy stuff. Like this was that before that was cool.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I gotta say that. Maybe I definitely love my Conan books that I picked up from Jim Zub. And then probably the Simon Bisley book, Slain. That was pretty sick. I mean, I could have taken or left it with the book that Kyle found. I mean, that's whatever.
You're saying that now because you have it.
Kid's not bad. Kid's all right. Kid, he's got some moves every now.
You'll bring me around next year when you're looking for a book you can't find. Oh, no, Kyle, I love you. Come back.
I text Kyle on the airplane over. I'm like, hey, these are the books I'm looking for. Okay, don't tell the guys.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a beautiful book. Bravo, it really is. So, have a great night, Cajun. Thanks for spending the weekend with us and hanging out, brother. Always good seeing you, man. Take care. All right, guys. Well, I think that should pretty much do it. Before we head out, I will just give one last reminder of our good friend Clobby from Clobberin Times, Mike Clobby Alonso. If you guys do want to donate, I will put this link in the chat so you guys can go do that. But his family are currently going to they're making funeral plans right now. Fuck, man. I really didn't think that we were going to have to bury him as soon as we did, because at the time that this happened to him, we thought that there may be at least some hope that he was going to come out of his current state. But I think we said on your stream, Josh, like the next 24 hours are going to be crucial, and we lost him the next day. So but yes, I would encourage you guys, if you want to go support one of the most knowledgeable and incredible men on YouTube, incredible comic book reader, supporter, reviewer, all that good stuff. This is the man right here. And yeah, so I'd say go donate and share the link if you guys can. But appreciate y'all giving us some time to just honor him. And there are plenty of other like live streams on his actual YouTube channel that will be happening, I believe, in honor of him. Like I think Nick Weiser is doing a stream tonight about him. So that's really, really cool. I'd highly go recommend watching Nick Weiser. So
speaking of Nick Weiser, you want to talk about a guy who's a ball of energy?
Oh my God, dude.
Holy crap.
Seriously. He is so much fun to be around at these meetups, man. He is like, gosh dang. If you're having a bad day and you see Nick Weiser, it's impossible to not smile around that guy. So
yeah, very true.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for hanging out and reminiscing and recapping the Dallas Fan Expo, the Ripaverse meetup, and scene. Now that we're done, you guys suck. I hated hanging out with you this weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Likewise.
Yeah, likewise. The feeling's mutual. Friendo. Thanks, Lone Star. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, chat, you guys are awesome. Thanks again for all your support. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend. We will see you guys on Sunday for most likely Max's Man Cave. I plan on having a Max's Man Cave. Father's Day might push it back, but I will keep you guys updated. If I don't see you guys until then, have a great Father's Day. Have a great weekend. Guys, you got anything else before we take off?
Stay tuned next month. We may have some big announcements. We'll see what happens.
That's true. And we may even see about rebranding, which we didn't get to talk much about tonight, but that might be on the horizon as well. We'll see.
Do it.
Wait, you don't like
all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get rid of
Listen,
me.
it's not that I dislike Weekly Comic Wrap Up. It's just that it's so much more marketable.
It makes sense, yeah.
Yep.
It's better as a show name. It's better as a channel name. It's easier to
get
say.
rid of me. Get rid of me. That's fine. You'll rue the
I mean,
day.
we're gonna replace you with X-Ray Girl and Josh and Steph and Tugs, and
And not
we'll
even
just
talk
read
about
Wonder
comics
Woman
anymore, and that's fine. That's cool.
we'll read X Terminators.
There you go.
and we'll have those girls on. But yeah, no, I think it'd be fun because weekly comic wrap up was really something that you guys were doing on Comics Elite,
Yeah.
and I
Yep.
figure, why keep the branding from a place that hates y'all? So we're gonna make our own, and
Very
ours is
true.
even better. So, but yeah, so we'll have some fun. I'll reveal the logo. I mean, it's something I did in like 15 minutes that I was like, this looks better, I guess. So,
To quote the text messages, Max sent a image of the rebranding, and I
mhm.
put officially rebranding Friday show ? And he goes, not yet, just playing around with some logos, titles, thumbnails, etc. So I said, oh, sorry, I typed that incorrectly. Let me try that again. And then I put, I'm glad you're officially rebranding your Friday show, period.
Yes, yeah. So Josh has probably wanted us to rebrand for a while, but
No, I haven't. I do think it's a good show. Good
Yeah.
rebrand. So
thank you. I appreciate it. And it just makes more sense, because our conversations are what you'd have in a comic shop. So
that's right.
Yeah.
all right. Well, we will see you guys shitting on comics with MVP and pals. You nailed it. You nailed
We're
it.
not
Jack.
far off.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Shoot. Man, am I that easy to read? Gosh
Yeah.
dang. Well, I guess you guys called it. Now, what would that logo be? It'd just be a big steaming pile of poo?
It'd be a dog taking a shit. That's what it would be.
Yeah, on a Jadzia
On a Tom
Axelrod
King
comic
book.
Tom King.
Yeah.
Yep. That tracks. All right. Well, have a great night, guys. Thank you again for hanging out. We'll see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend. Take care.